Page 3. Exercise C. Photo story. Read and listen to two people meeting in a hotel lobby.
You look familiar. Haven't we met somewhere before?
I don't think so. I'm not from around here.
I know. Aren't you from Japan? I'm sure we met at the IT conference last week.
Of course. You're from Mexico, right?
That's right. I'm sorry. I've forgotten your name.
Kamura Takashi. But you can call me Taka.
Hi, Taka. Leon Prieto. Please call me Leon. So, what have you been up to since the conference?
Not much. Actually, I'm on my way to the airport now. I'm flying back home.
Hey, we should keep in touch. Here's my card. The conference is in Acapulco next year, and I can show you around.
That would be great. I hear Acapulco's beautiful.
It was nice to see you again, Taka.
You too.
Page 5. Conversation model. Exercise A. Read and listen to people getting reacquainted.
Audrey, have you met Hannah?
No, I haven't.
Hannah, I'd like you to meet Audrey.
Hi, Audrey. You look familiar. Have we met before?
I don't think so.
I know. Last month, you were at my sister Nicole's party.
Oh, that's right. How have you been?
Page 5. Pronunciation. Sound reduction in the present perfect. Exercise A. Listen to how the sound T of the negative contraction disappears in natural speech. 1.
I haven't been to that class.
2.
He hasn't met his new teacher.
3.
They haven't taken the test.
4.
She hasn't heard the news.
Now listen again and repeat. Page 6. Conversation model. Read and listen to someone greeting a visitor.
Welcome to Beijing. Have you ever been here before?
No, it's my first time. But yesterday, I went to the Forbidden Palace. It was fantastic.
That's great. Have you tried Beijing duck yet?
Beijing duck? No, I haven't. What's that?
It's a famous Chinese dish. I think you'll like it.
Page 6. Vocabulary. Tourist activities around the world. Exercise A. Read and listen.
Climb Mount Fuji.
Go sightseeing in New York.
Go to the top of the Eiffel Tower.
Try Korean food.
Take a tour of the Tower of London.
Take pictures of the Great Wall.
Now listen again and repeat. Page 7. Exercise B.
Listen to activate. Grammar.
Listen and complete the questions using the vocabulary. Conversation 1.
Welcome to India. Is this your first time here?
Yes, it is.
Really? Have you been to Agra yet?
Oh, that's where the Taj Mahal is, right? No, I haven't.
You should definitely take a tour. It's amazing.
Actually, I'm going there on Friday. I will.
Conversation 2.
This is my second time in Japan.
Well, welcome to Kyoto. Where else have you been?
So far I've been to Tokyo and Osaka. Tomorrow I'm going sightseeing here.
Kyoto is fantastic. You're going to enjoy it.
Conversation 3.
This is my first time in Peru. I've heard the food is great here.
Yes, it is. We're really proud of our food. Have you tried ceviche?
No, I haven't. Is it good?
Excellent.
Conversation 4.
Welcome to Mexico City. Is it your first time?
Yes.
When did you arrive?
Last week. I've done so much, but for me the best was climbing the Pyramid of the Sun.
When did you do that?
Yesterday. It was incredible.
Conversation 5.
Welcome to Rio de Janeiro. Have you been here before?
Well, I've been to Sao Paulo before, but this is my first time to Rio.
Really? Have you seen Sugarloaf yet?
No, I haven't, but I plan to.
Oh, you should. It's amazing. Take lots of pictures.
Now listen again and complete the short answers. Page 8.
Before you read.
Vocabulary.
The hand.
1,
Thumb.
2,
Index finger.
3,
Middle finger.
4,
Ring finger.
5,
Pinky.
6,
Palm.
7.
Fist.
Now listen again and repeat. Page 8. Reading.
We talked to June Galloway about her book, Get Off on the Right Foot. Don't let the wrong gesture ruin your day. English is the world's international language. But in your book, you focused on nonverbal communication. Why is that so important?
Well, gestures and other body language can have different meanings in different places. Something that you think is friendly or polite could come across as very rude in another culture. I've described many of these customs and cultural differences so my readers don't get off on the wrong foot when they meet people from places where the culture differs from their own.
Can greeting someone in the wrong way really lead to misunderstanding?
In some cases, yes. The firm handshake a North American expects may seem quite aggressive in other places. And a light handshake, which is normal in some countries, may seem unfriendly to a North American.
In what ways can hand gestures lead to misunderstanding?
Well, as an example, we assume all people indicate the numbers 1 to 10 with their fingers the same way. But in fact, they don't. While North Americans usually use an index finger for 1, most Europeans use a thumb. North Americans extend all 10 fingers for 10. However, Chinese indicate the numbers 1 to 10 all on one hand. For example, an extended thumb and pinky means 6, and a fist means 10. Imagine how confusing this can be when you're trying to communicate quantities and prices with your hands.
What other gestures can cause confusion?
Take the gesture for come here, for example. In North America, people gesture with the palm up. Well, in Southern Europe, that gesture means goodbye. And in many Asian countries, the palm-up gesture is considered rude. Instead, people there gesture with the palm down.
I've heard that, in Japan, pointing with the index finger is not polite. Is that right?
Yes. Japanese prefer to point with the palm open and facing up.
Surely there must be some gestures used everywhere, right? What about the thumbs-up sign for great?
Sorry, that's extremely rude in Australia and the Middle East. This is why it's so important to be aware of these cultural differences.
Page 10. Before you listen. Exercise A. Vocabulary. Participial adjectives. Read and listen.
The safari was fascinating. They were fascinated.
The ski trip was thrilling. They were thrilled.
The skydive was frightening. They were frightened.
The food was disgusting. They were disgusted.
Now listen again. Page 10. Page 11. Listening comprehension. Exercise A.
Listen to classify.
Listen to the 3 interviews and write the number of the speaker described by each statement. Exercise B.
Listen for details. Answer the questions in complete sentences.
Interview 1.
This is Nick Krakauer, and you're listening to World Reflections. We're talking today with Nancy Sullivan from Minneapolis in the United States. Hi, Nancy.
Hi, Nick.
So, Nancy, I understand you're a real traveler, that you've visited over 25 countries around the world.
That's right.
Tell us some of the places you've been to.
Well, I've been to countries all over, North and South America, Europe, Asia.
What have been the most fascinating places for you to visit?
Well, I like visiting countries where the culture is really different from my own. That's what I find most interesting. Different body language, different foods, you know.
You told me earlier you've been to India. What was that like?
Oh, India is fantastic.
And what was so different about it?
Well, for one thing, when people say yes, they shake their heads from side to side instead of up and down like I do.
Interview 2.
Nick Krakauer here, hosting World Reflections. Today's guest is Andrew Barlow from Perth, Australia. G'day, mate.
G'day to you.
So, Andrew, I understand you've been a teacher overseas. Is that correct?
I have been, yes.
And I understand you have an interesting story about something you ate once in one of those countries.
That's right.
Tell us about it.
Well, this happened when I got my first teaching job in a very small village. The people in the village wanted to thank me for coming, so they prepared a meal with a lot of really delicious dishes.
That must have been nice.
It was, but there was one thing that I thought was kind of, well, disgusting. They had these tiny little fish that were still alive. They were moving on the plate.
Whoa!
Yeah, you're supposed to put one in your mouth and swallow it whole.
Oh, boy!
Look, I was their guest. I didn't want to be impolite, so I tried one. But I could feel it moving as it went down into my stomach. I tried a few to be nice, but I just didn't know how to say thanks but no thanks without being rude.
Interview 3.
We're back on World Reflections. My next guest is Mieko Nakamura from Sendai, Japan. Welcome, Mieko.
Hi, Nick.
Mieko, I've been told that you've traveled a lot and you've done some unusual things.
I have.
That you especially like to do, well, things that would be kind of frightening for most people.
I guess that's true, but not scary to me, just very exciting.
So, tell us about what you've done.
Well, for one thing, I've gone swimming with sharks. Twice.
What?
Swimming with sharks.
For real? And you didn't find that scary?
Well, I didn't do it alone. I was with a group. But swimming so close to the sharks was really thrilling.
And what else?
Last year, I climbed Mount Everest.
The world's highest mountain?
Yes.
I'll bet it was really cold.
It was, but I was really thrilled to be standing on the top of the world.
Page 12. Review. Exercise A. Listen to the conversation with a tourist in Vancouver and check yes or no. And write the answers to the questions using yet or already.
Welcome to Vancouver. When did you get here?
Just yesterday, thanks.
Oh, that's great. Have you done any sightseeing yet?
Yes, I have. I've already been to the Vancouver Aquarium.
I love the aquarium.
And I took a tour of Gastown.
Cool. Have you been to the top of Grouse Mountain yet?
Not yet. Is it nice?
Oh, yeah. The sky ride up is great. You shouldn't miss it. And you should definitely visit the Capilano Suspension Bridge. It's a great place to take pictures.
Oh, that sounds great. You know, everyone tells me I should try dim sum while I'm here.
Definitely. It's really delicious. And they bring the food right to your table, and you choose what you want.
Sounds like fun. Oh, did I mention that I went to the top of the Harbor Center Tower this morning?
No. Actually, I've never done that myself.
You should. It's a beautiful view. Vancouver is a great city.
Well, I hope you enjoy your stay.
Thanks.
Top-notch pop song. Greetings and small talk. To read the lyrics and sing along, turn to the end of this book.
You look so familiar, have we met before? I don't think you're from around here. It might have been 2 weeks ago, but I'm not sure. Has it been a month or a year? I have a funny feeling that I've met you twice. That's what they call deja vu. You were saying something friendly, trying to be nice, and now you're being friendly too. One look, one word is the friendliest sound that I've you had a chance to do that? Have you spoken to your family on the telephone? Have you taken time for a chat? Bow down, shake hands, do whatever you do in your native land. I'll be happy to greet you in any way that you understand. Greetings and small talk make the world go round. On every winding road I've walked, this is what I've found. Have you seen the latest movie out of Hollywood? Have you read about it yet? If you haven't eaten dinner, are you in the mood for a meal you won't forget? Bow down, shake hands, do whatever you do in your native land. I'll be happy to greet you in any way that you understand. Greetings and small talk make the world go round. On every winding road I've walked, this is what I've found.
Page 15. Exercise C. Photo story. Read and listen to a conversation at a movie theater.
So, what are you in the mood for? They've got a bunch of great classic movies tonight.
They sure do. Hey, you're a big DiCaprio fan. I missed Gangs of New York when it was playing. Have you ever seen it?
Nope, I haven't. I've heard it's pretty violent. Frankly, I just can't take all that fighting.
Yeah, it is supposed to be pretty bloody. What else?
Well, there's Ice Age. They say it's spectacular. What do you think?
To tell you the truth, I can't stand animated films. Sorry, I've just never liked them. I think I'd rather see something... Hey, what about Casablanca?
Casablanca? Now you're talking. And by the way, it's my treat. You paid last time. What do you say?
It's a deal. I'll get the popcorn.
Listen and repeat. Page 16. Vocabulary. Explanations for being late. Exercise A. Read and listen.
I overslept.
I missed the bus.
I couldn't get a taxi.
I couldn't find a parking space.
I got stuck in traffic.
Page 17. Vocabulary. Exercise C.
Listen to activate vocabulary.
Listen to the conversations.
Complete the sentences, inferring the information and using the vocabulary.
Conversation 1.
Ted, where were you?
I'm so sorry. I went to bed after 2 last night and I didn't hear the alarm clock ring. What time is it?
8:30. The meeting starts in 15 minutes. Thank goodness you're here now.
Conversation 2.
Where's Maud? I don't know. She called me from her car 10 minutes ago. She said she was here, but she was trying to park her car near the building. I wonder what happened. Me too.
Conversation 3.
Look at all these cars. Where did they come from? I have no clue, and today's a holiday. Usually there aren't any cars on the road at this hour. We're definitely going to be late.
Conversation 4.
Oh no, there goes the number 5 bus.
Uh-oh, we're going to be late. The next bus doesn't come for another half hour.
Let's see if we can find a taxi.
In the rain? No way. Everyone wants a taxi when it rains.
Page 17. Pronunciation. Reduction of H. Notice how the sound h often
disappears in natural speech.
1.
How long have you waited?
2.
Where have you been?
3.
What has he heard about the film?
4.
When did he buy the tickets?
5,
What's her favorite movie?
6,
Who's his favorite star?
Page 17. Conversation model. Exercise A. Read and listen to someone apologize for being late.
Have you been here long?
For about 10 minutes.
Sorry I'm late. I got stuck in traffic. Did you get tickets?
Yes, but the 8 o'clock show for the Love Boat is sold out. I got tickets for Paradise Island. I hope that's okay.
That's fine. How much do I owe?
Nothing. It's on me.
Well, thanks. Next time it's my treat.
Page 18. Vocabulary. Movie genres. Exercise A. Read and listen.
An action film. A horror film. A science fiction film. An animated film.
A comedy. A drama. A documentary. A musical.
Page 18. Exercise C.
Listen to infer.
Listen and write the genre for each movie in the chart.
Then circle the movie if the people decided to see it. Conversation 1.
I saw this great movie on TV last night.
Really? What was it?
The Bottom of the Sea.
What was it about?
It explored underwater life in the South Atlantic and Indian Oceans. I learned so much. It's on again tonight. I don't mind seeing it again. Want to watch it with me?
Absolutely.
Conversation 2.
Let's download a movie to watch. It's too cold to go out. What do you think?
I'm game. What are you in the mood for?
My mom said Tango and Tap Shoes was great.
Well, I guess if you like to watch a lot of music and dancing.
I do, don't you?
To tell you the truth, not really. Let's get something else.
Okay.
Conversation 3.
Let's go to the movies.
Okay, you've got the newspaper right there. What's playing?
Let's see. Hey, what about The Ant Who Wouldn't Die?
Stop that. You've got to be kidding. You know I hate those scary pictures. I'll be up all night.
Conversation 4.
I rented some DVDs. Want to see one?
That depends. What'd you get?
Let's see. I got Chickens Never Wear Shoes.
That's a joke, right?
I think that's the point. I'm in the mood for a laugh. This one looks really funny.
Okay, let's give it a try.
Conversation 5.
So, what should we see?
Nothing violent, okay? Something we could take the kids to.
This looks safe. Goldilocks Grows Up. It's based on the children's book.
Who's in it?
No one's in it, but 3 famous actors do the voices of the bears. I think the art was drawn by Disney Studios. It won a prize.
That sounds perfect.
Conversation 6.
Hey, the Equalizer is at the Strand.
The Equalizer? What's that?
You can't be serious. It's that new Daniel Craig film. Lots of car crashes and people jumping out of airplanes.
Count me out. Those kinds of films drive me crazy.
Okay, I'll see what else is playing.
Conversation 7.
Let's see 12 Angry Women.
No way. It sounds too serious. I'd like to see something light tonight. What about a comedy or a musical?
Don't you like a good story that keeps you interested until the end?
No. When I go to the movies, I like to be entertained. When I want a good story, I read a book. What else is there?
Conversation 8.
City Under the Sea. What's that about?
It's about these people. Well, they're not really people. They're some kind of creatures from Mars or Jupiter. I'm not sure. Anyway, they can live in air or water. They come here and build a city under the sea near India. And then...
So?
What do you mean, so? It sounds terrific to me.
Okay, but you're buying the popcorn.
Page 19. Conversation model.
Read and listen to people discussing their movie preferences.
What would you rather do? Stay home and stream a movie, or go to the theater?
I'd rather go out. Is that okay?
Sure. Would you rather see Horror City or Love in Paris?
Are you kidding? I can't stand horror movies.
And to tell you the truth, I'm not that big on love stories.
Well, how about a documentary? The Great Wall of China is playing too. I've heard it's great.
That works for me.
Ways to agree on a plan.
That works for me.
It's a deal.
Great idea.
Page 20. Before you listen. Exercise A. Vocabulary. Adjectives to describe movies. Read and listen.
Funny. Hilarious.
Silly.
Boring. Weird.
Unforgettable. Romantic.
Thought-provoking.
Violent.
Page 20. Listening comprehension. Exercise A. Listen for main ideas. Listen to the movie reviewer. Write a check next to the movies he recommends, and write an X next to the ones he doesn't. Exercise B.
Listen to infer.
Listen carefully to each movie review again. Based on the reviewer's opinion, circle one or more adjectives to describe each movie.
Good evening, movie lovers. This is Cinema Sid with quickie reviews and recommendations. Here are some of this week's openings. First up is Popcorn, a new comedy starring David Bodine and Judy Crabb. Unfortunately, Popcorn is a complete waste of time. The acting is terrible. The story's not at all interesting. As a matter of fact, I can't remember much about it, except that it was very strange. And for a movie that's supposed to be funny, it's not. You'll cry, not laugh, at spending your money on this silly, unfunny comedy, but with the usually very funny David Bodine. Our next film, The Vacation, is a well-acted and serious drama. Gene Wildman and Amy Collins play a couple who meet and fall in love, then travel to Rwanda on an innocent vacation. War breaks out, and you don't know till the end if they'll manage to get on the last plane to leave. An intelligent and interesting story. I highly recommend this wonderful film. There's some blood, so if you can't stand fighting or killing, it is a war film after all, don't see it. But if you like a good story you won't forget, this one's for you. Also reviewed this week is Aqua Mundo. Aqua Mundo is no science fiction film. It's based on real scientific research. Filmmaker Hans Schmerling shows the many medical uses of water around the world, from the underwater births of the Sheldrake Islanders to the water cures in Swiss hospitals. Schmerling shows how water can heal the world. While many people may think it's a silly idea, the film argues that it can actually happen. It makes you think about the importance of water. A beautiful film. Don't miss it. Finally, our last film this week is Wolf Babies. Whatever you do, don't take the kids to see this movie. They won't sleep for a week after they see this terrible story about human children captured by wolves. After they capture the children, these animals take them into the woods and change them forever. Then, when the children return to their families, they hunt younger children and capture them for the wolves. Adults will find the story stupid, but children won't forget these bloody, scary scenes for a long time.
Page 20. Exercise C. Listening. Dictation. Listen to the following excerpts from the reviews. Complete each statement based on what you hear. 1.
First up is Popcorn, a new comedy starring David Bodine and Judy Crabb.
2.
Unfortunately, Popcorn is a complete waste of time.
3.
Our next film, The Vacation, is a well-acted and serious drama.
4.
I highly recommend this wonderful film.
5.
Aqua Mundo is no science fiction film. It's based on real scientific research.
6.
A beautiful film. Don't miss it.
7.
Adults will find the story stupid, but children won't forget these bloody, scary scenes for a long time.
Page 22. Reading. Read and listen.
Can violent movies or TV programs harm children? Many people say that children have become more aggressive in recent years. That is, they are more likely to fight with their friends, sisters, and brothers. A number of scientific studies have reported that watching violence can in fact cause a growth in aggression. According to the research, two kinds of programs and movies encourage aggressive behavior in young children more than others. 1. Realistic violent action programs and movies, and 2. Violent cartoons. One disturbing conclusion is that the effects of violent viewing last for many years. One study showed that children who watched violent TV programs when they were 8 years old were more likely to behave aggressively at age 18. Furthermore, as adults, they were more likely to be convicted of violent crimes, such as child abuse and murder. Studies have also demonstrated that watching violent movies and TV shows can affect children's attitudes towards violence in the world around them. Children who watch a lot of fighting and bloodshed tend to find it normal and may accept more violence in society. They may even begin to commit violent acts themselves. Very often, characters in movies and on television who commit violent crimes are not sorry for their actions and don't face consequences or punishment. When children see fictional characters who are criminals like these, they learn that doing bad things is okay. For children who are growing and developing, this is a bad message. It's important for them to see that our society doesn't tolerate crime. So what can we do? With young children, we have the power to control the TV programs and movies they watch so we can protect them from seeing any violence at all. However, with older children, it's impossible to completely prevent their exposure to violence. But we can try to limit the number of hours they spend watching it. And when children have seen a violent film or TV show, it's important to discuss it with them to help them understand that violence is not a normal part of life.
Page 24. Review. Exercise A. Listen to the conversation about movies. Check the correct description of each movie.
Here are the movie reviews.
What do they say about Follow Me to Rio?
Follow Me to Rio. Oh, here. Wonderful love story, very romantic. How about that?
I'm not sure. What do they say about Streets of Saigon?
This weird movie starts out as a police drama, but incredibly ends up as an animated children's film. Sounds too weird for me. Let's forget that one. Here, this sounds great. Clouds over Mount Fuji. Unforgettable.
I don't know. I saw the trailer. It doesn't sound that interesting to me. What else is there?
Hamlet the Musical. Have you heard about that one? It's a musical of the famous Shakespeare tragedy. What do you think of that?
Not much, actually. Sounds really silly.
Well, what about Inside the Sahara? I think that's a documentary. Your favorite, right?
Isn't that a Madsen film? I don't think that's a documentary. His films are always very violent. Yeah, look here at the review. Only for the brave. Very violent. Children under 17 not admitted. That's not for me.
Well, that leaves only one other film, that comedy Fracas and Caracas, which we've already seen. I'd rather not see it again, would you?
Actually, no. It was pretty funny, but once is enough. It wasn't the best thing I've ever seen, anyway.
Well, sounds like Follow Me to Rio is it. How about you follow me to the movies?
Deal.
Top-notch pop song, Better Late Than Never. To read the lyrics and sing along, turn to the end of this book.
When we made our plans that you've seen this movie recently. It sounds so dramatic and I'm so upset. I'd rather see a comedy.
Well, which comedy do you recommend?
It really doesn't matter to me.
I still haven't seen The World in a Day.
I've heard that one is pretty funny.
Sorry I'm late. I know you've waited here forever. How long has it been? It's always better late than never.
Page 26. Exercise A. Vocabulary. Hotel room types and
kinds of beds.
Read and listen. 1,
A single room.
2,
A double room.
3,
A suite.
4,
A smoking room.
5,
A non-smoking room.
6,
A twin bed.
7,
A queen-size bed.
8,
A king-size bed.
9.
A roll-away bed.
Now listen again and repeat.
Page 27. Exercise C. Photo story.
Read and listen to someone checking out of a hotel.
Good morning. I'm checking out of room 604.
I'll be happy to help you with that. Was your stay satisfactory?
Yes, very nice, thanks.
Did you have anything from the minibar last night?
Just a bottle of water.
Okay, let me add that to your bill. And would you like to put this on your Vista card?
Yes, I would, please. By the way, I need to go to the airport.
Certainly. If you're in a hurry, I'll call you a taxi. But if you'd rather take the free airport shuttle, there's one leaving in 20 minutes.
Great, I'll take the shuttle. Why pay for a taxi? And that'll give me time to pick up a few things at the gift shop before I leave.
No problem. I'll ask the bellman to give you a hand with your luggage. He'll let you know when the shuttle's here.
Thanks so much.
You're welcome. Have a safe trip, and we hope to see you again.
Page 27.
Hotel services.
Airport shuttle.
Bell service.
Laundry service.
Minibar.
Room service.
Shoe shine service.
Wake-up service.
Page 28. Conversation model. Exercise A. Read and listen to someone leaving a message.
Hello? I'd like to speak to Ann Smith. She's a guest.
I'll ring that room for you. I'm sorry. She's not answering. Would you like to leave a message?
Yes. Please tell her Tim Klein called. I'll meet her at the hotel at 3 this afternoon.
Is that all?
Yes, thanks.
Page 29. Exercise C.
Listen for details.
Listen to the phone messages and complete each message slip according to the information you hear. Use the future with will in each message. Conversation 1.
Hi, can I speak with Judy Diller, please?
You bet. Who shall I say is calling?
Mark Pearl.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Pearl. She stepped out. Can I take a message?
Sure. Please tell her I called. I'll be at the Savoy Hotel for the next 2 days. I'd like her to call me back.
You got it. Could you spell your last name for me?
Of course. P-E-A-R-L.
Conversation 2.
Hello, I'd like to speak to a guest named Hank Pitt.
I'll ring him up for you. I'm sorry. There's no answer. Would you like to call back later?
Actually, I'd like to leave a message. Please tell him Vicky Denkus called. I'll be at 444-0987 till 6 o'clock. He can call me at that number.
That's D-E-N...
D-E-N-K-U-S.
I'll give him your message, Ms. Denkus.
Conversation 3.
Hi, this is Carol Braun calling. Is Colin Mack in?
No, he isn't, ma'am. He's out of the country till next week.
Oh, well, can you give him a message for me?
Of course.
Please tell him Carol Braun called. That's B-R-A-U-N, and I'll call him again next week.
Very good.
Conversation 4.
Hello. I'd like to speak with Patricia Carlton in room 1408.
One moment, please. Sorry, sir. There's no answer at that extension. Would you like to leave a message?
Yes, please. This is Sam Hill calling. H-I-L-L. I'll definitely be at the meeting at 3, so I'll see her then.
I'll see that she gets your message.
Page 29. Pronunciation. Contractions with will. Exercise A. Notice that each contraction is one syllable. Read and listen. 1.
I'll call back later.
2.
She'll be at the Frank Hotel.
3.
He'll bring his laptop to the meeting.
4.
We'll need a taxi.
5.
You'll have to leave at 6:30.
6.
They'll meet you in 20 minutes.
Now listen again and repeat. Page 31. Conversation model. Exercise A.
Read and listen to someone checking into a hotel.
Hi, I'm checking in. The name's Baker.
Let's see. That's a double for 2 nights? Non-smoking?
That's right.
May I have your credit card?
Here you go. By the way, is the restaurant still open?
It closes at 9, but if you hurry, you'll make it.
Thanks.
Page 31. Exercise C.
Listen for details.
Listen to guests check into a hotel. Complete the information about what each guest needs. Conversation 1.
I'm checking in. The name is Patel. P-A-T-E-L.
Welcome, Miss Patel. That'll be a king-size bed for 2 nights, correct?
That's right.
Smoking or non-smoking?
Non-smoking, please. And can I get a room on a high floor?
Let me check. Yes. There's a room available on the 8th floor.
Great. Thanks.
Are all those bags yours, ma'am?
Yes, they are.
I'll ask the bellman to give you a hand.
Thanks so much.
Conversation 2.
Hi, I'm checking in. The name's Lewis.
Yes, sir. That's a single, non-smoking with a twin bed?
There must be some mistake. My wife and son are joining me tonight. I'm sure I asked for a king-size bed and a rollaway.
I'm so sorry, sir. Let me check. Okay, no problem. We have a non-smoking room available with a king-size bed. I'll ask the bellman to bring up that rollaway for you right away.
Thanks.
Conversation 3.
Good morning. I have a reservation under the name Fujimoto. That's Fujimoto.
Fujimoto. Okay, that'll be a double for 3 nights?
That's right.
And would you like a queen or a king-size bed?
A queen is fine. Thanks.
And you reserved a smoking room?
Correct. By the way, is it too late to get breakfast?
Actually, the restaurant closes in 20 minutes. Why don't you go ahead and have breakfast now, and I'll finish checking you in when you're finished. I'll ask the bellman to take your bags to your room.
Perfect. Thank you.
Conversation 4.
Hi, I'm checking in. The reservation's under the name Anderson.
Yes, ma'am. That's a double room? Smoking?
A double room? Actually, I reserved a suite, non-smoking.
I'm so sorry, ma'am. Let me check again.
I have important meetings all week, so I really need that suite.
I'm sorry. That was Janet Anderson, right?
Janet? I'm sorry. It's Diane. Diane Anderson.
Diane Anderson. I do apologize. I'm showing an executive suite for you, non-smoking with a king-size bed.
Thank you.
I'll get the bellman to help you with your bags.
Page 32. Before you listen. Exercise A. Vocabulary. Hotel room amenities and services. Read and listen.
We need extra towels. We need extra hangers. We need skirt hangers. We need an iron. We need a hairdryer.
Could someone make up the room? Could someone turn down the beds? Could someone pick up the laundry? Could someone bring up a newspaper? Could someone take away the dishes?
Now listen again and repeat. Page 32. Listening Comprehension. Exercise A. Listen for main ideas. Decide if the guests are satisfied or not. Then explain your answers. Exercise B. Listen for details. Listen again and complete each statement. Conversation 1.
Front desk, how may I help you?
Hi, this is room 586 calling.
Hello, Mrs. Williams. Is everything okay?
Oh, fine, thanks. Listen, we just finished breakfast. Could someone come and take the dishes away?
Of course, ma'am.
Also, I was wondering if someone could bring extra towels. Oh, and we could use a hairdryer, too.
No problem, ma'am. I'll take care of that right away. Anything else I can help you with?
Oh, I almost forgot. I have a load of laundry. Could someone pick that up?
No problem.
Conversation 2.
Front desk, how may I help you?
This is room 587.
Yes, Mr. Rogers. What can I do for you?
Well, this place is a mess. I need someone to make up the room right away.
I'm sorry, sir. I'll take care of that for you.
And my wife needs some of those, what are they called? Skirt hangers?
Yes, sir. We can send some up for you.
Wait, hold on. Here she is.
Hello? Front desk?
Yes, Mrs. Rogers?
Last night, nobody turned down the beds. I'd like turn-down service every night, please.
I'm so sorry, ma'am. If you want turn-down service, we'll certainly make sure you get it.
I'd certainly appreciate it. I thought this was a nice hotel.
My apologies, ma'am. You'll get turn-down service tonight.
Thank you.
Page 34. Reading.
Read and listen.
Our best picks for New York City. Most famous. The Plaza Hotel. Located just across from New York's fabulous Central Park, this is as near as it gets to the best shopping along New York's famous Fifth Avenue. This 1907 hotel, with its beautiful fountain, is a famous location in many popular movies and books. Rub shoulders with the rich and famous. Attentive hotel staff available on every floor. Service doesn't get much better than this. Most convenient. Broadway at Times Square Hotel. In a great location, next to Times Square and the best Broadway musicals and plays, this convenient hotel is 2 blocks from the subway, 10 minutes from Rockefeller Center, and 10 blocks from the Museum of Modern Art. Most high-tech. Yotel. Popular with young travelers, this very cool high-tech hotel, located only 2 blocks from the Port Authority bus station, offers automatic electronic check-in and robot bell service. A kitchen on every floor offers free hot drinks and a way to prepare your own food. And super strong Wi-Fi service makes connecting to the internet fast and headache-free. Enjoy Yotel's Latin Asian restaurant and entertainment, or hang out at New York's largest roof garden. Most unusual. Casablanca Hotel. Conveniently located near Times Square and more than 50 restaurants and 2 major museums, this award-winning hotel has lots of atmosphere. It's decorated in a colorful, authentic Moroccan style. Its friendly, helpful staff make your stay an experience you won't forget, and it's also surprisingly affordable. For the budget-minded. Hotel Pennsylvania. A huge 1,700-room hotel and a great value. Traveling with your cat or dog? Pets are welcome. The Hotel Newton. Even though it's far from many of New York's most popular attractions, it features large, clean rooms and wonderfully comfortable beds for a good night's sleep. Sorry, no pets. The Gershwin Hotel. Around the corner from the Empire State Building, this artistic 1903 historic hotel is just a short walk to Grand Central Station and the United Nations Building. Every room displays a famous artist's painting.
Page 36. Review. Exercise A.
Listen to the phone conversations in a hotel
and complete each statement using words from the box.
Conversation 1.
Room service, how may I help you?
Hi, I want to order something for dinner in my room.
What would you like to order?
I'll have the grilled chicken.
Anything to drink?
No, thanks. Oh, and could someone call me at 7 tomorrow morning?
You can call the front desk for that, ma'am. I'm sure they can help you.
Conversation 2.
How may I help you?
Hi, I've got a bunch of dirty clothes up here. I wonder if someone could come by and pick them up.
I'll take care of that right away, sir. Is there anything else?
Oh, right. There aren't enough hangers in the closet.
No problem, sir. I'll send someone up with some more.
Conversation 3.
Can I help you?
Hi. I just got back from a meeting and my room is a mess. No one made the bed and there are towels all over the floor in the bathroom.
I'm so sorry, ma'am. I'll send someone up right away.
Thanks. And frankly, my husband and I could use more towels. Would that be a problem?
Of course not, ma'am.
Conversation 4.
Front desk, how may I help you?
Hi. I just wanted to let you know that I'm leaving my shoes outside my door. Could someone come up and get them?
Absolutely, sir.
Also, my wife and I are a little hungry. We haven't had dinner yet. Can we still get something?
No problem, sir. I'll connect you with someone who can take your order right away.
Top-notch pop song, Checking Out. To read the lyrics and sing along, turn to the end of this book.
Miss Jones travels all alone. She doesn't need much space. A single room with a nice twin bed and a place for her suitcase. Her stay is always satisfactory, but in the morning she's gonna be checking out. Mr. Moon will be leaving soon, and when he does I'll say, thank you, sir, for staying with us. How do you wanna pay? And in the end it isn't hard. He'll put it on his credit card. He's checking out. Would you like to leave a message? Could you call back later? Do you need some extra towels or today's newspaper? Can I get you anything? Would you like room service? I'm so sorry, am I making you nervous? Good evening, I'll ring that room for you. Is that all? I'll be glad to put you through. I'm sorry, but he's not answering. The phone just rings and rings. The couple in room 586 have made a king-size mess. Pick up the laundry, turn down the beds. We have another guest coming with his family. You'd better hurry or they will be checking out. Checking out. Checking out. Checking out.
Page 38. Exercise A. Vocabulary.
Bad driving habits.
Read and listen.
Speed.
Tailgate.
Talk on the phone.
Text while driving.
Weave through traffic.
Not stop at red lights.
Not signal when turning.
Pass in a no passing zone.
Page 39. Exercise C. Photo story.
Read and listen to a conversation between two old friends.
Brad, long time no see.
Mason, you're right. It has been a long time. How have you been?
I can't complain. What about you? How's the family?
Great. I was just going in here to pick up a present for Marissa. Tomorrow's our 5th anniversary.
Congratulations. Hey, let's have a cup of coffee and catch up on old times. There's a nice coffee place right around the corner.
You won't believe what I just saw.
What?
This taxi was coming around the corner, and he hit a bus. Someone said the guy was texting while he was driving.
You've got to be kidding. Was anyone hurt?
I don't think so.
Thank goodness for that.
I just can't stop thinking about that accident.
I know. The driving in this city has always been bad, but now everyone's texting and talking on the phone instead of paying attention to the road.
You can say that again. You shouldn't multitask while you're driving a car.
Page 40. Vocabulary.
Car parts.
Exercise A.
Read and listen.
Exterior. 1,
Headlight.
2,
Engine.
3,
Hood.
4,
Windshield wiper.
5,
Windshield.
6,
Sunroof.
7,
Trunk.
8,
Taillight.
9,
Turn signal light.
10,
Bumper.
11,
Tire.
12,
Side view mirror.
13,
Window.
14.
Door.
Interior. 1,
Steering wheel.
2,
Horn.
3,
Dashboard.
4,
Gas pedal.
5,
Brake pedal.
6,
Clutch.
7,
Gear shift.
8,
Rear view mirror.
9.
Emergency brake.
10.
Seatbelt.
Page 41. Exercise B.
Listen to activate vocabulary.
Listen to the conversations about accidents. Write the number of each conversation in the box under the picture. And write the car part or parts that were damaged in each accident. Conversation 1.
Oh no, what happened to your car?
A tree fell on it in the storm.
Look at your windshield.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get it replaced.
Conversation 2.
Oh no, what happened to your hood?
I had an accident. I hit a parked car.
How did that happen?
I fell asleep.
Conversation 3.
I can't drive my car. I had an accident.
Ooh, I'm sorry. What happened?
The brakes failed and I hit a tree.
Oh no. Was there much damage?
Well, I'll have to replace the bumper and the right headlight.
Conversation 4.
I had an accident.
Oh no, what happened?
This other car smashed into my trunk.
Was anyone hurt?
No, but the car is going to cost an arm and a leg to fix.
Page 41. Conversation model. Exercise A.
Read and listen to a conversation about a car accident.
I had an accident.
I'm so sorry. Are you okay?
I'm fine. No one was hurt.
Thank goodness. How did it happen?
Well, the other driver was tailgating and he hit my car.
Oh no. Was there much damage?
No, I'll only have to replace a taillight.
Ways to respond.
With concern.
I'm so sorry.
Oh no.
How awful.
I'm sorry to hear that.
That's terrible.
With relief.
Thank goodness.
What a relief.
That's good.
Page 42. Vocabulary. Phrasal verbs for talking about cars. Exercise A.
Read and listen.
Turn on.
Turn off.
Pick up.
Fill up.
Drop off.
Now listen again and repeat.
Page 42. Pronunciation. Stress of particles in phrasal verbs. Exercise A. Stress changes when an object pronoun comes before the particle. Read and listen.
1.
I'd like to pick up my car.
Okay, what time can you pick it up?
2.
They need to drop off the keys.
Great. When do they want to drop them off?
Now listen again and repeat. Page 43. Conversation model. Exercise A.
Read and listen to someone describing a car problem.
I'm dropping off my car?
Was everything okay?
Well, actually, the windshield wipers aren't working.
I'm sorry to hear that. Any other problems?
No, that's it.
Is the gas tank full?
Yes, I just filled it up.
Page 44. Before you listen. Exercise A. Vocabulary.
Car types.
Read and listen. 1.
A full-size sedan.
2.
A compact car.
3.
A convertible.
4.
A sports car.
5.
A station wagon.
6.
A minivan. A van.
7.
An SUV.
8.
A luxury car.
Now listen again and repeat.
Page 44. Listening comprehension. Exercise A. Listen for details.
Listen. Write the car type that the speakers discuss in each conversation.
Exercise B.
Listen to summarize.
Write a check mark if the caller rented a car.
Write the reasons the other callers didn't rent a car.
Conversation 1.
Good morning. Wheels Around the World Rentals. This is Clarence. How may I help you today?
Good morning. I need a rental car in La Paz.
In Bolivia?
That's right. I'm arriving on Tuesday, December 18th.
At the La Paz El Alto Airport?
Yes, at 6:30 a.m.
And what kind of car do you need?
Something with four-wheel drive. Do you rent SUVs?
Yes, we do.
Great.
Conversation 2.
Good morning. Wheels Around the World Rentals. This is Malcolm. How may I help you today?
Good morning. Do you have a minivan available?
For what date, please?
For today.
And at which location?
Downtown?
Let me check. Well, we have one coming in later today. A customer is returning it at about 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. No. Unfortunately, that's too late. You won't have anything available sooner?
Not a minivan. I'm sorry, sir.
Okay. Thanks anyway. I'll try another company.
Conversation 3.
Good morning. Wheels Around the World Rentals. This is Clarence. How may I help you today?
Hello, this is Ingrid Katz. Do you rent cars in the U.S.?
Yes, Ms. Katz. Where do you need the car?
At the Miami airport, on October the 4th, returning the car on October the 7th at the airport again.
What kind of car were you looking for?
Something small, a compact.
Miami. Let me check. Okay. We have compacts in Miami. Would you like me to reserve one for you?
Oh, yes, please.
Conversation 4.
Good morning. Wheels Around the World Rentals. This is Malcolm. How may I help you today?
Good morning. I'd like to rent a car on Saturday. A luxury car, preferably white.
Yes?
Do you rent by the hour? I only need it for Saturday night.
Well, we do, at $25 an hour for luxury cars. But do you mind my asking you your age?
Excuse me?
How old are you?
I'm 18.
I'm sorry, sir. You have to be 25 to rent a car.
Page 46. Before you read. Exercise A. Vocabulary. Driving behavior. Read and listen.
Bad or aggressive drivers.
Honk their horns. Stare at other drivers. Gesture at other drivers. Flash their lights at other drivers.
Good drivers.
Pay attention. Observe the speed limit. Maintain a safe following distance.
Now listen again and repeat.
Page 46. Reading. Read and listen.
6 tips for defensive driving. We all know that not everyone drives well. Some people tailgate, gesture, weave through traffic, and honk, classic signs of the aggressive driving that causes 1/3 of all car crashes. But more and more people are now talking on the phone, eating, and even watching TV as they drive. Examples of the multitasking and inattentive driving that is a growing cause of accidents. Although we can't control the actions of other drivers, the following defensive driving tips can help us reduce the risks caused by our own driving and the bad driving of others. 1. Slow down. Driving too fast for weather or road conditions gives you less time to react to dangers on the road ahead of you. Also, as you increase your speed, your car becomes harder to control and takes longer to come to a stop. 2. Follow the 3-second rule. The greatest chance of a collision is in front of you. Maintaining a safe following distance of 3 seconds behind the car in front of you will give you enough time to react if that car slows or stops suddenly. 3. Pay attention to your surroundings. Be aware of where other vehicles are and what is happening on the road. Check your rear view and side view mirrors frequently. Before changing lanes, always look over your shoulder to check your blind spots, areas to the side and rear of your car that aren't visible in your mirrors. 4. Signal your intentions early. Use turn signals to let other drivers know what you're going to do before you do it. This helps other drivers understand your plans so they can make their own defensive driving decisions. 5. Expect the unexpected. Assume that other drivers will make mistakes. Plan ahead what you will do if another driver breaks a traffic law or cuts you off. For example, don't assume that a vehicle coming to a stop sign or a red light is going to stop. Be prepared to stop your own car if necessary. 6. Don't take others' aggressive driving personally. Other people will drive badly. They're not thinking about you. If you permit them to make you angry, it can affect your own driving and lead to an accident. When other drivers show signs of aggressive driving, just slow down or pull over to let them pass.
Page 48. Review. Exercise A.
Listen to the conversations. Then complete the statements with words and phrases for bad or aggressive driving. Conversation 1.
Oh my gosh! Did you see that?
No, what happened?
That guy in the white van just turned in front of us. I almost hit him.
Wow, what's his big hurry?
Conversation 2.
Jim, don't you think you're driving a little too close to the car in front of us?
No way. I've got great reaction time.
Well, you'd better have good brakes.
Conversation 3.
Hey, keep your shirt on, mister.
What is wrong with that guy? He does that at every light.
Who knows? Some people can't stand to wait 2 seconds after the light changes.
Yeah, but the rest of us can't stand all that noise.
Conversation 4.
Did you see what that guy just did?
No, I didn't.
He just opened his window and gave me some kind of sign with his hand.
What's that supposed to mean?
I don't want to know.
Conversation 5.
Why is that guy behind us doing that with his lights?
Beats me. Maybe he wants to pass.
Well, he can be my guest. With all this traffic, he won't get very far.
Conversation 6.
Look at the way that guy's driving. He just passed us on the left, and now he's passing that car on the right?
There he goes again. Now he's in the left lane passing another car.
Unbelievable. He thinks he owns the road.
You know what bugs me? There's never a policeman around when people drive like that.
You can say that again.
Conversation 7.
Why is that man looking at us like that? He looks so angry.
You're right, he does.
Yeah, but why is he doing that?
He probably doesn't like the way you drive. Don't even look back at him.
Top-notch pop song, Wheels Around the World. To read the lyrics and sing along, turn to the end of this book.
Was I going too fast or a little too slow? I was looking out the window and I just don't know. I must have turned the steering wheel a little too far when I drove into the bumper of that luxury car.
Oh no, how awful, what a terrible day. I'm sorry to hear that. Are you okay?
Wheels around the world are waiting here with your car. Pick it up, turn it on, play the radio. Wheels around the world, helping you to go far. You can drive anywhere, buckle up and go. Did I hit the red sedan or did it hit me? I was talking on my cell phone in my SUV. Nothing was broken and no one was hurt, but I did spill some coffee on my favorite shirt.
Oh no, thank goodness you're still alive. I'm so happy that you survived.
Wheels around the world are waiting here with your car. Pick it up, turn it on, play the radio. Wheels around the world, helping you to go far. You can drive anywhere, buckle up and go.
What were you doing when you hit that tree?
I was racing down the mountain and the brakes failed me.
How did it happen? Was the road still wet?
Well, there might have been a danger sign, but I forget. The hood popped open and the door fell off. The headlights blinked and the engine coughed. The side view mirror had a terrible crack. The gear shift broke. Can I bring the car back?
Oh no, thank goodness you're still alive. I'm so happy that you survived.
Wheels around the world are waiting here with your car.
Page 50. Exercise A. Vocabulary. Salon services. Read and listen.
A haircut.
A facial.
A shave.
A manicure.
A pedicure.
Now listen again and repeat.
Page 51. Exercise C. Photo story.
Read and listen to a conversation in a spa salon.
Can I help you, sir?
Would it be possible to get a massage? I don't have an appointment.
Well, actually, you are in luck. Our 11 o'clock just called to cancel his appointment.
Terrific.
Let me show you to the dressing area.
Thanks. Oh, while I'm at it, do you think I could get a haircut, too?
Yes, but you might have to wait a bit. We don't have anything until 12.
Not a problem. By the way, how much will the massage and haircut come to?
Let's see. It will be 110 euros in all.
Great. One more question. Is it customary to tip the staff?
Well, that's up to you, but most clients give the stylist and the masseuse €1 or 2 each.
Page 52. Exercise A. Vocabulary. Personal care products. Read and listen. Count nouns. 1,
A comb.
2,
A brush.
3,
A toothbrush.
4,
A razor.
5,
A nail clipper.
6.
A nail file.
Non-count nouns. 1,
Soap.
2,
Deodorant.
3,
Shaving cream.
4,
Aftershave.
5,
Toothpaste.
6,
Shampoo.
7,
Hairspray.
8,
Sunscreen.
9,
Dental floss.
10,
Hand and body lotion.
11,
Makeup.
12,
Lipstick.
13,
Mascara.
14,
Eyeshadow.
15,
Face powder.
16.
Nail polish.
Page 52. Exercise B.
Listen to infer.
Listen and circle the kind of product each ad describes. 1,
Do you want softer, cleaner-smelling hair every time you wash? Ask for Spring Rain at your local drugstore or cosmetic store, or order online at www.springrain.com.
2,
Can't get your hands clean after a day in the garden? Try washing your hands with Rose. You'll get clean hands fast.
3,
Doctors say it's important to protect your skin from the sun. So, even on a cloudy day, don't go out without Protect and keep your skin healthy and young.
4,
Does soap make your skin dry and rough? Well, All Over is the answer. All Over Liquid Smoother. Use All Over after bath or shower. Use All Over whenever your skin feels dry.
5,
For brighter, whiter teeth, use Scrubby Dental Cream twice a day, morning and night, and see results in less than a week. And have sweeter smelling breath from day 1.
6,
Windy day? Hate to wear a hat? Maximum Hold will keep your hair in place even in the worst weather. Just shampoo, dry, and style your hair as usual, then apply twice before going out. Your hair will look as good at the end of the day as it does when you step out. Get Maximum Hold for your hair.
Page 53. Conversation model. Exercise A. Read and listen to someone looking for personal care products in a store.
Excuse me, where would I find sunscreen?
Sunscreen? Have a look in the cosmetics section, in aisle 2.
Actually, I did, and there wasn't any.
I'm sorry. Let me get you some from the back. Anything else?
Yes, I couldn't find any razors either.
No problem. There's some over there. I'll show you.
Page 54. Conversation model. Exercise A.
Read and listen to someone make an appointment for a haircut.
Hello, Classic Spa and Salon.
Hello, this is Monica Morgan. I'd like to make an appointment for a haircut.
When would you like to come in, Miss Morgan?
Today, if possible.
Let me check. Sean has an opening at 2 o'clock.
Actually, that's a little early for me. Is someone available after 4?
Yes. Yelena can see you then.
Page 54. Exercise A.
Listen to activate vocabulary and grammar.
Listen to the conversations. Complete each statement with someone or anyone and the salon service or services. Conversation 1.
I don't have an appointment, but I've been working in the garden and my hands are a mess. Is there any possibility for this afternoon?
Let me check the book. I'm sorry, Dora and the others are all booked up today. Could you make it in tomorrow?
Conversation 2.
Demergian Hair Salon, how can I help you?
This is Mr. Banks. Is Eva available for a shampoo and a cut sometime today?
Let me check. Yes, she has a cancellation at 4. She could see you then.
Great. See you at 4.
Conversation 3.
Pretty hands and feet.
Hello, this is Helen Jones. I have a 7 o'clock appointment for a manicure. Would it be possible to get a pedicure too? Sorry for the last-minute request.
Actually, if you could come in a little earlier, we could do that.
How much earlier?
6:30?
Great. See you then.
Conversation 4.
Good morning, Mr. Lane. We don't have you down for an appointment today.
Actually, I don't have one, but I can't stand this beard another day. Is one of the barbers available? I don't mind waiting.
I'm so sorry to disappoint you, but Vinny's out sick and there's just no one else available.
Page 55. Pronunciation. Pronunciation of unstressed vowels. Exercise A. The vowel in an unstressed syllable is often pronounced Read and listen, paying attention to the syllable or syllables marked with 1.
Massage.
2.
Facial.
3.
Manicure.
4.
Pedicure.
5.
Deodorant.
Page 56. Reading. Read and listen.
Cosmetic surgery. For everyone? Q&A. Some people consider cosmetic surgery no more serious than visiting a spa or a salon. But others say, I think I'll pass. They're aware that cosmetic surgery is, in fact, surgery, and surgery should never be taken lightly. Fitness editor Dr. Gail Weiss answers readers' questions about cosmetic surgery.
Dear Dr. Weiss, I'm at my wit's end with my face. I have wrinkles and sun damage. I'm only 30, but I look 50. Do you think a facelift is an option for me? Josephine.
Dear Josephine, this popular and effective surgery lifts the face and the neck in one operation. But a facelift is surgery, and afterwards you will have to stay home for a number of days. It takes time to recover. Before you decide to have a facelift, ask your dermatologist or a cosmetic surgeon about a chemical peel. A chemical peel removes the top layer of skin and can improve the appearance of the skin without surgery. Compared to surgery, a half-hour visit to your dermatologist would be a piece of cake. Good luck. Gail Weiss, MD.
Dear Dr. Weiss, I'm a 24-year-old man who is already losing his hair. Dr. Weiss, I'm looking for a wife, and I'm afraid no woman will want to marry a 25-year-old bald guy. I need some advice. Calvin.
Dear Calvin, there are several surgical procedures which a cosmetic surgeon can perform to help treat hair loss and restore hair for both men and women. But if that's not practical, remember that some of the world's most attractive men are bald. Gail Weiss, MD.
Dear Dr. Weiss, when I was young, I was a chocoholic. I ate a lot of chocolate, but I never gained any weight. Now that I'm older, I can't eat anything without gaining weight. I've heard that liposuction is the answer to an overweight person's dreams. Is that true? Dawson.
Dear Dawson, it's true that liposuction can remove fat deposits that don't respond to dieting and exercise, but it's expensive and can be dangerous. It would be a good idea to ask your doctor for some help in dieting first. Then, if you are unsuccessful, be sure to find a surgeon with a lot of experience before deciding on liposuction. Gail Weiss, MD.
Page 58. Before you listen. Exercise A. Vocabulary. Discussing beauty. Read and listen.
Physical features.
Beauty.
Attractive.
Unattractive.
Youth.
Health.
Page 58. Listening comprehension. Exercise A.
Listen to recognize someone's point of view.
Listen to the interview. Check all of the statements that summarize Maya Prasad's and Ricardo Figueroa's ideas about beauty. Exercise B. Listen to take notes. Listen and take notes about what Figueroa says about each of the qualities below. Then compare your notes with the class.
This is Nigella Compton with the DBC Radio Network and Eye on the Globe. We're talking to the new Miss World, Maya Prasad, who has just won her title at the 10th Annual Miss World Beauty Pageant in Kuala Lumpur. And we're also talking to Ricardo Figueroa, the chief judge of the contest this year. Welcome, Ms. Prasad. Or should I say, welcome, Miss World.
Hello, Nigella. Please call me Maya. Thank you for inviting me.
And welcome, Mr. Figueroa.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Maya, please tell our listeners what it's like to have been chosen Miss World. Do you feel like the most beautiful woman in the world?
Actually, no. To tell you the truth, the idea is very flattering, but I don't actually feel that beautiful. All the other contestants were beautiful. Many, I think, were much more attractive than I am. I think I was very lucky.
One of the things that's special about the Miss World contest is that it emphasizes both inner and outer beauty. Mr. Figueroa, could you say a few words about that for us?
Certainly. The Miss World contest tries to choose contestants who exhibit all the features of traditional physical beauty. Youth, health, beautiful skin and hair, a lovely body, those things everyone understands to represent beauty. But true beauty goes beyond that. Helen Keller, who was both blind and deaf, said something very profound and true about beauty. The best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen nor touched, but are felt in the heart. We at the Miss World contest have tried to make that our motto. We try to find that beauty that touches our hearts.
Very interesting. And all the more so since Helen Keller was blind and couldn't see what people looked like. She still had a concept of beauty. The most beautiful things are felt in the heart. What, in your opinion, are those things, those beautiful things that we feel in the heart?
Well, I think Helen Keller was describing inner beauty, those qualities that last longer than youth and can exist even when health has gone. Qualities such as goodness, kindness to other people, truthfulness, qualities that everyone appreciates no matter where in the world they live.
I've always felt that physical beauty can't last forever. People think it's beauty that brings you love, but I'm not so sure. I've always loved the Oscar Hammerstein song that says, "Do you love me because I'm beautiful, or am I beautiful because you love me?"
Very interesting food for thought. I would imagine that attitude will help you lead a happy life.
I'd like to say that the judges thought that Maya presented an almost perfect balance between outer and inner beauty. Her happiness with life is one of the strongest features of her inner beauty. But before we finish, let me just read a little from the written comments. Maya has warmth. She expresses her love for others easily. She has patience. She is a wonderful listener and lets others speak. She doesn't rush them.
Oh, Mr. Figueroa, I can't believe anyone said all this about me. I'm just a regular person.
Maya, that comment shows us that you are also very modest. Modesty is actually another of the features of your inner beauty. But let me continue. Maya is also a woman of great goodness and kindness.
She spends time helping people who have difficulties. Last year, she taught art to children in the public hospital. So her happiness, her warmth, her patience, and her kindness shine through and make her physical beauty all the more radiant.
Thank you to you both.
Page 60. Review. Exercise A. Listen to the conversations. Infer what kind of product the people are discussing. Complete each statement. Conversation 1.
Let's stop by the drugstore and get some of that Hawaii bronzer before we go to the beach. I don't want to get burned.
Okay.
Conversation 2.
Honey, I think we're out of Swan. There's none in our bathroom and no more in the closet.
Have you had a look in the kids' bathroom? Laura wanted to wash her hands and she was out of it, so maybe she took the bar from ours. I'll pick some up this afternoon when I go shopping.
Conversation 3.
Excuse me, what aisle are the Truly You products in?
It depends. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for lipstick and eyeshadow.
I don't think we carry the eyeshadow, but the lipstick is in aisle 3.
Thanks.
Conversation 4.
I need something better than Sparkle Dent. My teeth are sensitive and it hurts every time I brush.
Well, I use Mountain Fresh. It tastes great and it's good for sensitive teeth.
Conversation 5.
My skin is so dry and itchy. What should I do?
Well, I use silk and satin after my shower, and my skin is great.
Conversation 6.
Wow, is that a new perfume?
Actually, no. Can you guess what it is?
Is it soap?
Nope.
Shampoo?
No. Want a clue?
Okay.
Well, their ad is fresh as a flower, hour after hour.
You're kidding. I would have never guessed. I want some of that too.
Top-notch pop song, Piece of Cake. To read the lyrics and sing along, turn to the end of this book.
I need to pick up a few things on the way back to school. Feel like stopping at a store with me.
I'd like to, but I think I'll pass. I don't have time today. It's already nearly 2:45.
Don't worry, we'll be fine. How long can it take? It's easy, it'll be a piece of cake. I need a tube of toothpaste and a bar of lovely soap, some sunscreen and a bottle of shampoo.
Where would I find makeup? How about a comb? Have a look in aisle 1 or 2.
Don't worry, we'll be fine. How long can it take? It's easy, it'll be a piece of cake. I have an appointment for a haircut at the spa. On second thought, they're always running late.
My class starts in an hour. I'll never make it now. How long do you think we'll have to wait?
Don't worry, we'll be fine. How long can it take? It's easy, it'll be a piece of cake. They say there's someone waiting for a trim ahead of me. Can I get you some coffee or some tea?
Okay, in the meantime, I'll be getting something strong for this headache at the pharmacy.
Don't worry, we'll be fine. How long can it take? It's easy, it'll be a piece of cake.
Page 62. Exercise A. Vocabulary. Listen and repeat.
Calcium,
Carbohydrates.
protein,
Vitamins.
Page 63. Exercise D. Photo story. Read and listen to people talking about food choices.
Didn't you tell me you were avoiding sweets? I couldn't resist. I had a craving for chocolate. Well, I have to admit it looks pretty good. How many calories are in that thing anyway?
I have no idea. Want to try some?
Thanks, but I think I'd better pass. I'm avoiding carbs.
You? I don't believe it. You never used to turn down chocolate.
I know, but I'm watching my weight now.
Come on, it's really good.
Okay, maybe just a bite.
Hey, you only live once.
Page 64. Vocabulary. Food passions. Exercise A. Read and listen.
I'm crazy about seafood. I'm a big meat eater. I'm a big coffee drinker. I'm a chocolate addict. I'm a pizza lover.
I can't stand fish. I'm not crazy about chocolate. I don't care for steak. I'm not much of a pizza eater. I'm not much of a coffee drinker.
Page 64. Exercise B.
Listen to activate vocabulary.
Circle the correct words to complete each statement about the speaker's food passions. Speaker 1.
My biggest passion is sushi. I'm definitely a sushi addict. I have it, probably twice a week. There's a terrific restaurant around the corner from where I live in Rio, and they make amazing sushi.
Speaker 2.
My wife is crazy about asparagus, but I really don't care for it. I don't know why. It just doesn't agree with me. I can't even look at it.
Speaker 3.
When I was a kid, I didn't used to like them. I thought they tasted funny. But now, I've turned into a big mango eater. There's really nothing quite like slices of fresh mango.
Speaker 4.
My family loves pasta. We have it several times a week, but I don't touch it. The truth is, we just have it too much. With tomato sauce, pesto sauce, garlic and oil, you name it. I'll eat anything. But I'm really not much of a pasta lover.
Speaker 5.
The problem with ice cream is I like it too much. When I'm on a diet, I can't eat it. But that doesn't mean I don't think about it all the time. I do.
Page 65. Pronunciation. Sound reduction. Used to. Notice how the pronunciation of to in used to changes to ta. Read and listen. Now listen again and repeat. Then practice the sentences on your own. 1.
I used to be a big meat eater.
2.
Jack used to like sweets.
3.
Sally used to be crazy about fries.
4.
They didn't used to like seafood.
Page 65. Conversation model. Exercise A. Read and listen to two people talk about their food passions.
Are you a big coffee drinker?
Definitely. I'm crazy about coffee. What about you?
I used to have it a lot, but I've been cutting back.
Well, I couldn't live without it.
Page 66. Conversation model. Exercise A. Read and listen to a dinner guest making an excuse to decline food.
Please help yourself.
Everything looks great, but I'll pass on the chicken.
Don't you eat chicken?
Actually, no. I'm a vegetarian.
I'm sorry. I didn't know that.
It's not a problem. I'll have something else.
Variations. Listen and repeat.
It's not a problem.
Don't worry.
I'm fine.
Page 66. Vocabulary. Excuses for not eating something. Exercise A. Read and listen.
Coffee doesn't agree with me.
I'm on a diet. I'm trying to lose weight.
I don't eat beef. It's against my religion.
I'm allergic to chocolate.
I'm avoiding sugar.
I don't care for broccoli.
Page 66. Exercise B.
Listen to activate vocabulary.
Listen to each conversation. Write the letter to complete each statement. Listen again to check your work. Conversation 1.
Cindy, don't you like pasta?
I love it. That's the problem. I'm on a diet.
Well, then have some vegetables. They're good for you.
Thanks.
Conversation 2.
Doesn't Frankie eat fruit salad?
Actually, he can't. It has strawberries and he can't eat them. He's allergic. His skin gets red all over when he does.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that.
Oh, that's okay. He'll be fine.
Conversation 3.
Aren't you going to try the grilled fish, Marie?
Actually, I'm not too crazy about fish.
How about the clams?
I'll pass. They really don't agree with me.
Well, how about some grilled chicken then?
That sounds great.
Conversation 4.
Isn't Susan going to have some steak?
Actually, she doesn't eat meat.
Never?
Never.
Conversation 5.
I think I'll pass on the French fries.
Why's that, George? Don't you like French fries?
Yes, but my doctor thinks I should eat less salt and oil.
Oh, I see.
Page 68. Reading. Read and listen.
How can it be? Americans gain weight while the French stay thin. Have you ever wondered why Americans struggle with watching their weight, while the French, who consume all that rich food, the bread, the cheese, the wine, and the heavy sauces, continue to stay thin? Now a report from Cornell University suggests a possible answer. A study of almost 300 participants from France and the U.S. provides clues about how lifestyle and decisions about eating may affect weight. Researchers concluded that the French tend to stop eating when they feel full. However, Americans tend to stop when their plate is completely empty or they have reached the end of their favorite TV show. According to Dr. Joseph Mercola, who writes extensively about health issues, the French see eating as an important part of their lifestyle. They enjoy food and therefore spend a fairly long time at the table. In contrast, Americans see eating as something to do quickly, as they squeeze meals between the other activities of the day. Mercola believes Americans have lost the ability to sense when they are actually full, so they keep eating long after the French would have stopped.
In addition, he argues that by tradition, the French tend to shop daily, walking to small shops and farmers' markets, where they have a choice of fresh fruits, vegetables, and eggs, as well as high-quality meats and cheeses for each meal. In contrast, Americans tend to drive their cars to huge supermarkets to buy canned and frozen foods for the whole week.
Despite all these differences, new reports show that recent lifestyle changes may be affecting French eating habits. Today, the rate of obesity, or extreme overweight, among adults is only 6%. However, as American fast food restaurants gain acceptance and the young turn their backs on older traditions, the obesity rate among French children has reached 17% and is growing.
Page 70. Before you listen. Exercise A. Vocabulary. Food descriptions. Read and listen.
It looks terrific.
It smells terrible.
It tastes sweet. It tastes spicy. It tastes salty. It tastes sour. It smells like chicken.
It tastes like chicken.
It looks like chicken.
It's soft. It's hard.
It's chewy. It's crunchy.
Page 70. Page 71. Listening Comprehension. Exercise A. Listen for details. First, listen to the descriptions of foods from around the world and write the letter of each food, and choose the vocabulary that completes each description. Exercise B. Listen to personalize. Listen again. After each food, discuss with a partner whether you would like to try that food. Explain why or why not. 1.
I'm from Oaxaca, and we have a special food called chapulines. Chapulines means grasshoppers, actually. But they're really good, and they're really good for you. They're pretty salty and crunchy. They really do taste great, though.
2.
When I was growing up, my mother used to make Jell-O all the time. It comes in beautiful colors, and it comes in at least 26 different flavors. Grape, lemon, orange, mixed fruit, cherry, mango. It's soft and cool, and it's sweet, and kids just love it. Where I come from, we make it into all kinds of salads with fruit.
3.
In Korea, we eat kimchi a lot. It's a kind of salad that we eat with most meals. There are actually about 180 different kinds of kimchi, but most are made with cabbage. It's very hot and spicy, and it's nice and crunchy.
4.
When I travel, there's one thing I really miss about home: my Vegemite. We all grew up with this stuff and we love it. You put some butter on a piece of toast, add a little bit of Vegemite on it, and enjoy. Some people think it looks awful, actually. It's kind of a dark reddish-brown color. Well, black, really. It's very salty. So just use a little bit.
5.
Have you ever tried chow tofu? Well, if you haven't, you'll be very surprised because it smells very bad. That's what the name means, bad-smelling tofu. But the flavor is quite delicious, a little salty. I didn't used to like it myself, but now I'm crazy about it.
6.
Mochi is made from a sweet rice, and it's really delicious. We always eat mochi to celebrate the New Year. It tastes sweet, and it's very, very chewy. As a matter of fact, some older people have to be very careful if they eat it, but it tastes great.
Page 72. Review. Exercise A. Listen to the conversation in a restaurant. Cross out the foods that the speakers don't mention. Exercise B. Now listen again and complete the statements.
Nice restaurant.
Yeah, you're gonna love the menu. The fish is really fresh.
Do they have pizza?
Not here. How about some pasta? They have it with shrimp, clams, scallops.
That's okay. I'll pass.
Do you like salmon?
Chicken would be good.
I don't think they have chicken. Sorry.
Okay. The truth is, I'm not crazy about seafood. I just don't like it. Actually, I'm really a meat eater at heart.
Well, why didn't you say something? We didn't have to come to a seafood restaurant.
Don't worry about it. I'll be fine.
Hey, look. They have steak.
Okay, now you're talking.
Top-notch pop song, A Perfect Dish. To read the lyrics and sing along, turn to the end of this book.
I used to eat a lot of fatty foods, but now I just avoid them. I used to like chocolate and lots of sweets, but now those days are gone. To tell you the truth, it was too much trouble. They say you only live once, but I'm not crazy about feeling sick. What was going wrong? Now I know I couldn't live without this. Everything's ready, why don't you sit down? It looks terrific, but it smells pretty awful. What in the world can it be? It smells like chicken and it tastes like fish. A terrific dish for you and me. A perfect dish for you and me. I used to be a big meat eater, now I'm a vegetarian. And I'm not much of a coffee drinker, I can't stand it anymore. I'm avoiding desserts with sugar, I'm trying to lose some weight. Some things just don't agree with me, they're bad for me, I'm sure. Would you like some help yourself? Isn't it so good for your health? It looks terrific, but it smells pretty awful. What in the world can it be? It smells like chicken and it tastes like fish. A terrific dish for you and me. A perfect dish for you and me. Aren't you going to have some? Don't you like it? Wasn't it delicious? Don't you want some more? It looks terrific, but it smells pretty awful. What in the world can it be? It smells like chicken and it tastes like fish. A terrific dish for you and me. A perfect dish for you and me.
Page 75. Exercise C. Photo story. Read and listen to a couple talking about what color to repaint their living room.
You know what? I'm getting a little tired of looking at this wallpaper.
Well, maybe it's time for a change. What would you think about getting the room painted? I never loved that wallpaper anyway.
Actually, I don't think either of us did. We only got it because we couldn't agree on a paint color.
Oh, yeah. Now I remember. You wanted pink, and I said it was too feminine.
Actually, I never thought it was pink. To me, it was a soft rose.
Well, what would you say to a nice blue?
Blue? Way too masculine.
What?
I'm just pulling your leg, silly. Blue would be great.
This one's nice. Very relaxing.
True, but I'm not sure the furniture would go with it.
Good point. I'd hate to have to get all new stuff. You know, maybe we're on the wrong track.
What do you mean?
All of a sudden, I'm thinking white. It's classic and...
And it goes with everything.
Page 76. Pronunciation. Reduction of to in infinitives. Notice how an unstressed to reduces to t.
In natural speech.
Read and listen. 1.
I decided to repaint the bedroom a happier color.
2.
We plan to see the World Cup finals.
3.
She doesn't like to hear people talking on cell phones.
4.
I know you'd like to choose a more cheerful color.
Page 77. Conversation model. Exercise A. Read and listen to a conversation about likes and dislikes.
So tell me something about yourself.
What would you like to know?
Well, for example, what do you like doing in your free time?
Let's see. Most of all, I enjoy playing tennis. I think it's relaxing. What about you?
Well, I find tennis a little boring, but I do love going to the movies.
So do I. We should go to the movies together sometime then.
Positive adjectives.
Relaxing.
Enjoyable.
Exciting.
Negative adjectives.
Boring.
Depressing.
Annoying.
Scary.
Page 78. Conversation model. Exercise A. Read and listen to someone trying to cheer a friend up.
You look down. What's up?
Oh, nothing serious. I'm just tired of the same old grind. But thanks for asking.
I know what you mean. I'm tired of working too. How about going to a movie? That always helps me.
Great idea. Let's go this afternoon.
More adjectives.
Down,
Sad,
unhappy,
upset,
depressed.
Page 80. Reading.
Read and listen.
Personality. From nature or nurture? What is personality? Many people define personality as a person's usual manner or style of behavior. These patterns of behavior tend to be predictable throughout a person's lifetime. Some people are introverts, others are extroverts. Some people have easygoing personalities. They are usually cheerful and calm and able to cope with life's difficulties without much trouble. Their emotions are usually under control. They don't get extremely angry about little things. Others, at the other end of the personality spectrum, are more emotional, experiencing higher highs and lower lows. Most people's personalities, however, don't fall at the extreme ends, but rather fall somewhere in between. Where do we get our personality? For hundreds of years, psychologists and ordinary people have never stopped debating this fascinating question. Some people think personality develops as a result of the environment, the combination of influences that we learn from, such as our families, our culture, our friends, and our education. The people who believe this theory believe that all babies are born without a personality, and that it's the environment that determines or forms each child's personality. This school of thought is called the nurture school. At the other end of the continuum, we find people who believe that personality is determined by nature, or the characteristics we receive or inherit from our parents biologically through their genes. These people believe that our personality is not determined by the environment, but rather by genetics, and that each baby is born with a personality. The nature-nurture controversy. The nature-nurture controversy is very old. Experimental psychologists have tried to discover which of these two factors, genetics or the environment, is more important in forming our personality. However, it's very difficult, if not impossible, to conduct research on real people with real lives. There's just no way to put people in a laboratory and watch them develop. For this reason, there's no scientific way to settle the nature-nurture controversy. Recently, however, most researchers have come to believe that both the environment and the genes, nurture and nature, work together and are both important. Even though the experts have largely discarded the idea that personality development is so black and white, the nature-nurture controversy remains a popular discussion among friends. It seems that everyone has an opinion.
Page 82. Listening Comprehension. Exercise A. Listen for main ideas.
Read the statements. Then listen to all three parts of the discussion. Choose the statement that best expresses the main idea of the discussion.
Exercise B. Listen for specific information. Read the exercise. Then listen to each part of the discussion again separately. Complete the exercise as you listen.
Part 1.
Would you like some more dessert?
No, thanks, Linda. Everything was delicious, but I couldn't eat another bite. Thanks so much.
So, Jean, how are your kids doing?
Well, that depends which one.
Well, how about the oldest? That's Brian, right? How old is he now?
He's 15. Brian's fine. Brian's always fine. He's doing great at school. I'm sure he'll get into a great university in a couple of years. He's a great kid, works hard, he plays by the rules, and he's successful at almost everything he does. The only thing that sometimes worries me about Brian is that he can be a little too self-critical.
Self-critical? How so?
Well, Brian can be pretty hard on himself. No matter how well he does at something, he's not satisfied. He always feels he could do better.
That's so interesting. Our first, Eric, is like that too.
Really?
You know, I once read this article in one of those popular psychology magazines.
It said that first children are often self-critical because parents push them to succeed more than they do with their other children. I don't mean to suggest you did that, and I don't think we did that with Eric, but it's interesting because it's so common. I just wonder why.
Well, I do think there's some truth to that in our case. Harvey and I were involved in everything Brian did. Music lessons, karate lessons, Chinese class on Saturday. We drove him to all his classes. We picked him up after they were over. We always asked him a lot of questions about how he was doing. He probably thought our message to him was that he had to be good at everything. But we were just interested. We didn't actually push him to be good at everything, but he may have thought we expected a lot of him. Kids internalize those messages.
I imagine that's pretty typical. It's no one's fault.
And one more thing, if you buy into that, nurture theory.
Yeah?
Brian's sister Annie wasn't born till Brian was 8. He really had more contact with us and other adults than he did with someone closer to his age. I'm sure all that contact with us probably had a huge impact. And, interestingly, Brian has always been comfortable with adults.
From what you're saying, it sounds like Brian is the classic first child. They say that first children often feel more comfortable with people older than themselves. They seem to have a short childhood and grow up fast.
Part 2.
So, what about Annie?
Annie's a whole nother story.
How so?
Well, you know what they say about middle children. It's hard for them to feel special. They have no special status. They're not the first and not the baby. They're just in between. Most middle children at least have a little time to be the baby and feel special. But in Annie's case, she never did. Her sister Lucy was born when Annie was really still a baby.
I didn't realize that. How old was Annie when her sister was born?
13 months, just over a year. Annie wasn't even walking or talking yet.
How did Lucy's arrival affect her?
Well, Annie's not an unhappy kid, but she struggles with the things people say middle children usually have a hard time with. Maybe a little more than the typical middle child.
What kinds of things?
Well, Annie's sort of jealous of both her siblings. She's jealous of Brian because we're always saying how great he is. And she's jealous of Lucy because she thinks Lucy gets more attention. Remember, Annie never had a chance to be the baby. We think that's why she's a little bit of a rebel.
Annie's a rebel? She's only 7. How can she be such a rebel?
Well, nothing terrible, but we know that if we're going out, there's going to be an argument with Annie about clothes. I ask her to wear shoes, and she wants to wear sandals. We get dressed up to go to a nice restaurant, and she wants to wear jeans. Sometimes we just give in and let her wear what she wants. We hate to keep fighting with her all the time. This would never happen with Brian.
It sounds like she may be trying to get the attention she thinks the other two are getting.
You may be right, but on the other hand, we don't really worry about her. She's very popular. No one has more friends than Annie. People just love her. She's always been very popular.
That's what they say about middle children. They're usually very popular.
Part 3.
And what about the baby? I guess if Annie's 7, Lucy must be 6?
Right.
Well, you said that Brian and Annie are typical first and middle children. What about Lucy? Is she a typical youngest child?
I guess she is. She's pretty independent. Maybe that's because we didn't have as much time for her as the others. Annie was only 13 months old when Lucy was born, so we were still pretty busy taking care of Annie. We kind of just let Lucy develop on her own. But that definitely had an effect on her personality. Like any kid, she wanted our attention.
What did she do to get it?
Well, she learned how to make us laugh. There's nothing Lucy likes more than clowning around and making people laugh. She's the family clown. Everyone loves her.
Lucy is a lovable kid, very charming. I smile every time I think of her.
Sometimes I worry, though, that she's a little bit of a show-off, but they say that many youngest children like to show off. How better to get attention, right?
Right.
But I have to tell you, that doesn't stop her from being a bit of a pain, too. Last week, she decided to paint the dining room walls. Thank goodness she only had washable paint.
Oh, sorry. I shouldn't laugh. Well, they do say the baby is usually the most creative.
Well, that's our Lucy. But seriously, though, she is creative. Piano, children's theater, ballet lessons, all that stuff. She just can't get enough. We just wish she'd grow up a little. It seems like she'll always be the baby. She drives her older brother and sister crazy with all the attention she gets.
Well, they say the youngest child has the longest childhood. It looks like all three of your kids are a textbook case on birth order.
You can say that again. Well, I've got to be going. This was really fun. And next time you'll have to have lunch at my place.
I'll take you up on that. I'll give you a call sometime next week, okay?
Page 84. Review. Exercise A.
Listen to the conversations. Then circle a word or phrase to complete each statement. Conversation 1.
You look a little blue, Andy. What's up?
I don't know. Nothing in particular. I'm just feeling bored with my job. Every day it's the same old thing.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Thanks.
Conversation 2.
Let's have a party. I'm in the mood to have a lot of people for dinner.
Molly, you never stop. You've got to be the most active person I know.
I just hate sitting around and thinking. I like a lot of action.
Conversation 3.
Let's just stay home tonight. I need some peace and quiet.
Greg, I'm getting sick and tired of staying home. Don't you want to get out and see our friends?
Sometimes, but most nights I'd rather just be with you and read or listen to music.
Conversation 4.
So, Millie, where do you stand on the nature-nurture controversy?
Me? I guess I think the family is the most important factor. A happy early childhood makes a person cheerful for life.
Conversation 5.
So, Vera, what do you think is the best way to make your children have cheerful personalities?
Are you kidding? People are born either happy or sad. The parents have nothing to do with it. Once you're born, it's too late.
Top-notch pop song, The Colors of Love. To read the lyrics and sing along, turn to the end of this book.
Are you sick and tired of working hard day and night? Do you like to look at the world in shades of black and white? Your life can still be everything that you were dreaming of. Just take a look around you and see all the colors of love. You wake up every morning and go through the same old grind. You don't know how the light at the window could be so unkind. If blue is the color that you choose when the road is rough, you know you really need to believe in the colors of love. The colors of love are as beautiful as a rainbow. The colors of love shine on everyone in the world. Our negative thoughts and emotions painful to express. They're just tiny drops in the ocean of happiness.
Page 86. Exercise A. Vocabulary. Kinds of art. Read and listen.
Drawing,
Jewelry.
fashion,
Sculpture.
pottery,
Painting.
photography.
Now listen again and repeat.
Page 87. Exercise C. Photo story.
Read and listen to a conversation at an art show.
Teo, this is just great. I had no idea you had so much talent.
Thank you.
I mean it. Your work is very impressive.
It's so nice of you to say that. I don't think I'm particularly talented. I just love to paint. Believe it or not, these were taken by Paul Jones.
Your boss? How do you like that? They're really quite good.
I know. He doesn't look like the artistic type, does he?
No. I had no idea he took photos. I guess you can't always judge a book by its cover.
Hey, this is an interesting piece. I kind of like it.
You do? I find it a little weird, actually.
But that's what makes it so fascinating.
Well, to each his own. I guess I'm just not really into abstract art.
Page 89. Conversation model. Exercise A.
Read and listen to someone recommending a museum.
Be sure not to miss the Louvre while you're in Paris.
Really? Why is that?
Well, for one thing, that famous painting, the Mona Lisa, is kept there.
No kidding. I've always wanted to see the Mona Lisa.
Well, they have a great collection of paintings. You'll love it.
Thanks for the suggestion.
Page 89. Pronunciation. Emphatic stress. Exercise A. Notice how stress is emphasized to show enthusiasm.
Read and listen. 1,
No kidding.
2,
That's fantastic.
3,
That's perfect.
4.
How interesting.
Now listen again and repeat.
Page 90. Conversation model. Exercise A.
Listen to someone asking about an object.
Excuse me, what's this figure made of?
Wood. It's handmade.
Really? Where was it made?
Mexico. What do you think of it?
It's fantastic.
Positive adjectives.
Fantastic.
Wonderful.
Terrific.
Cool.
Page 90. Vocabulary.
Objects, handicrafts, and materials.
Exercise A. Read and listen.
Wood, a wood figure.
Glass. A glass pitcher.
Metal, metal jewelry.
Silver. A silver necklace.
Gold, a gold bracelet.
Cloth. A cloth bag.
Ceramic, a ceramic plate.
Stone. A stone bowl.
Now listen again and repeat.
Page 92. Reading.
Read and listen.
Is it talent or hard work? When children are asked to draw or paint a picture, they are happy to oblige, and they are willing to talk about and show their creation to anyone they meet. But when adults are asked to do the same thing, they typically get nervous and refuse to even try, claiming that they have no talent. Most adults see themselves as lacking the artistic gene. However, when you look at drawings made by artists when they were children, their work doesn't differ much from the scribbles and stick figures all children draw when they are young. When Don Lipsky, who makes a successful living as a professional artist, looks back at drawings that he made as a child, he doesn't find any early evidence of his own artistic talent. I was always making things, doodling and putting things together. I didn't think of myself as a creative person. I was just doing what all kids do. The general belief is that artistic talent is something one is born with. A person either has talent or does not. Clearly, Great artists like Michelangelo or Picasso had natural talent and possessed more artistic ability than the average person. However, one factor that isn't often considered is the role that years of training, practice, and hard work have played in the creation of great pieces of art. In addition, most artists are successful because they are passionate about their art. They love what they do. Their passion motivates them to continue to create and improve their ability day after day. While natural talent may be an advantage, hard work appears to be a necessary part of the creative process. In Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain, author Betty Edwards argues that while few people are born with natural artistic talent, all of us have the potential to improve our artistic ability. We just have to be willing to keep working at it. She claims that anyone can learn to use the right side of the brain, the side that governs visual skills like drawing and painting. In other words, artistic ability can be learned.
Page 94. Before you read. Exercise A. Vocabulary. Passive participial phrases.
Read and listen.
Be inspired by.
Be influenced by. Be fascinated by.
Be moved by.
Page 94. Page 95. Listening comprehension. Exercise A. Understand from context.
Listen to the interviews. Complete each statement with the name of the artist.
Exercise B.
Listen again to each interview and write some of the details you hear about each artist. Compare notes with a partner. Interview 1.
Welcome to Focus on the Arts. I'm Paul Green, and we're broadcasting today from beautiful downtown San Francisco, where we're asking people about their favorite artists. Excuse me, sir. Sir? Excuse me.
Yes?
I'm Paul Green from Focus on the Arts. I wonder if I could ask for 1 minute of your time to tell us if you have a favorite movie director.
My favorite director? Sure. That would be Ang Lee from Taiwan. I find his work really fascinating.
In what way?
Well, for one thing, all his films are really different from each other.
How so?
Some of his best movies are in Chinese, like Eat, Drink, Man, Woman, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. And he also makes great movies in English that are set in England or the U.S., and they really explore the culture in those countries. Some of his movies are really artistic, and others are very commercial. I think he's not afraid to try new things. Yeah, I like that.
Great. Thank you so much. And your name is?
Bert Hildegard.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Interview 2.
Let's find someone else. Oh, there's a woman over here taking pictures. Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am, would you be willing to talk with us?
Me? Well, I'm in a little bit of a hurry, but, well, okay, I guess.
Great. Well, first of all, can I get your name?
Susan Wallach.
Hi, Susan. I couldn't help but notice that you're a photographer.
Well, not professionally.
I'm wondering if you have a favorite photographer.
Favorite photographer? That would definitely be Henri Cartier-Bresson, the French photographer. He was a real 20th century artist. I think he died a few years ago.
What do you like about his work?
Well, for one thing, his photographs are just beautiful to look at. He traveled all over the world to take photos, and he captured some of the most important historical images of the 20th century.
I see.
You know, his work is all in black and white, but the images are unforgettable. He had this ability to photograph people at just the right moment. I read somewhere that often he would wait for hours for the right time to take a photo.
I believe I've heard that too.
Believe it or not, his work has really influenced my own. As a matter of fact, when you came over to speak to me, I was waiting for the right moment to take a shot.
I'm sorry I interrupted you.
Oh, that's okay. It was fun talking with you.
Interview 3.
There's a very nicely dressed young woman over here. Excuse me, would you mind talking to our listeners today? I'm with Focus on the Arts.
Oh, I love that show. Are you Paul Green?
I am. Nice to meet you.
Catherine Wolf. Thank you.
Hi, Catherine. Catherine, I wonder if you have a favorite fashion designer.
A favorite fashion designer? Well, I really like the Italian designer Valentino. He doesn't design dresses anymore, but he's a classic.
Wasn't there a film about him?
Actually, I saw it. Valentino, the Last Emperor. I really love the passion he has for his art.
So what do you especially like about his work?
Well, I find his dresses really elegant and very original. In the movie, he says his greatest desire was to make women look beautiful. I think he was very successful at doing that. His designs are very flattering to women.
I see.
You know, seeing him in that movie made me want to have a creative job. He inspired me to take fashion design classes myself.
Really? That's terrific. Thank you, Catherine.
You're welcome.
Interview 4.
We have time for one more. Let's see. Excuse me, sir, can I take just a minute of your time?
Sure. What's going on?
Hi, I'm Paul Green from Focus on the Arts, and I'm asking people today about their favorite artists. What about you? Do you have a favorite painter or sculptor?
Cool. Well, actually, I'm very fond of the paintings of Frida Kahlo.
Oh, the Mexican painter. I love her work, too. By the way, can you tell me your name, please?
Oh, sure. Nick Jenkins.
So, Nick, what is it that you like so much about Kahlo's work?
You know, Kahlo had a very hard life. She was very sick as a child, and as a young woman, she was in a terrible accident. So she was always in pain, and she couldn't have any children.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Her work reflects her life experiences, and of course she was married to Diego Rivera, the great Mexican muralist. It wasn't always a happy marriage, so she had a lot of material for creating her art.
What a life she had.
You know, her self-portraits really touch my heart. They move me much more than Diego Rivera's work, actually, and he's great.
Well, they were both great artists with natural talent. Thanks, Nick. It was nice talking with you.
Hey, my pleasure.
Well, that's all the time we have for today, and remember, keep focused on the arts.
Page 96. Review. Exercise A.
Listen and write the letter of the piece of art each person is talking about, and circle the best way to complete each statement. Conversation 1.
So, what do you think of this one?
It's gorgeous. I really love it.
So you like gold figures?
I sure do. What do you think?
It's not bad.
Conversation 2.
Wow, that's an interesting piece.
You like stone sculpture?
Yeah, I do. It's a very handsome piece.
It's not too bad.
Conversation 3.
I really love this one.
Don't you find it a little dark?
That's the artist's style. I find his work very interesting.
Well, dark is not my style. I'd prefer a little more color.
Top-notch pop song, To Each His Own. To read the lyrics and sing along, turn to the end of this book.
He doesn't care for Dolly. The colors are too bright. He says that Picasso got everything just right. She can't stand the movies that are filmed in Hollywood. She likes Almodovar. She thinks he's really good. He's inspired by everything. She thinks he's second rate. She's moved and fascinated by the things he loves to hate. He's crazy about art that only turns her heart to stone. I guess that's why they say to each his own. He likes pencil drawings. She prefers photographs. He takes her to the art museum, but she just laughs and laughs. He loves the Da Vinci that's hanging by the door. She prefers the modern art that's lying on the floor. No kidding, you'll love it, just wait and see. It's perfect in every way. She shakes her head, it's not for
Page 99. Exercise C. Photo story.
Read and listen to a conversation in an office.
What are you doing here at this hour? I wasn't sure I'd find you.
Oh, hi, Amy. I'm just fooling around online. I guess I forgot about the time.
Am I interrupting you?
Not at all. Paul and I are just instant messaging.
Sorry to bother you, but I'm a little worried about something.
What's wrong?
I just got this email from someone I don't know, and I clicked on the attachment to see what it was. My computer totally crashed. Everything froze, and no matter what I do, nothing happens.
Actually, you should never open an attachment if you don't know the sender. It could be malware or carry a virus.
I know. I don't know what I was thinking. It just happened so fast.
Look, first try shutting down and restarting, okay? Sometimes that takes care of it.
You think that would work?
It couldn't hurt. Listen, Paul's still there. Let me send a quick response, okay? I'll just be a second.
No problem. I'll go and try restarting to see if that does the trick.
Page 100. Conversation model. Exercise A.
Read and listen to people troubleshooting a computer problem.
Eugene, could you take a look at this?
Sure. What's the problem?
Well, I clicked on the toolbar to save a file, and the computer crashed.
Why don't you try restarting? That sometimes works.
Okay, I'll give that a try.
Ways to reassure someone.
That sometimes works.
That might help.
That may do the trick.
Page 100. Vocabulary.
The computer screen, components, and commands.
Exercise A.
Read and listen. 1,
A monitor.
2,
A screen.
3,
A mouse.
4,
A touchpad.
5,
A pull-down menu.
6,
A toolbar.
7,
A scroll bar.
8,
A cursor.
A,
Open a file.
B,
Save a file.
C,
Print a file.
D,
Close a file.
E,
Cut text.
F,
Copy text.
G,
Paste text.
H,
Click on an icon.
I,
Select text. Highlight text.
J,
Scroll up.
K.
Scroll down.
Now listen again and repeat.
Page 100. Exercise B.
Listen to activate vocabulary.
Listen. Check the computer command each person needs. Conversation 1.
Fran, can you give me a hand?
Sure. What's up?
Well, I just want to copy this text.
Oh, that's easy. Just select the text and click on this icon here.
Oh, thanks.
Conversation 2.
Dave, I'm going to need some help here.
No problem. What do you need?
I just want to see what's on the next page.
Oh, that's easy. Put your cursor on the scroll bar and scroll down.
Thanks a lot.
Conversation 3.
Okay, Beth, I'm finished.
Great. Did you remember to save?
Yikes. I always forget. Thanks.
No problem.
Conversation 4.
Rick, can you help me out here?
Of course. What are you trying to do?
Well, I just want to open a new file.
Okay. Just click on this icon here.
Oh, that's right.
Conversation 5.
Uh-oh.
What's the matter?
I just selected some text and clicked on this icon. It's gone.
No problem. That was the cut command. You just need to click on the paste icon.
Ah, there it is.
Thanks.
Conversation 6.
Okay, I'm done.
So you're ready to print?
Uh-huh. What do I click on?
Right here.
Got it. Thanks.
Page 103. Pronunciation. Stress in as phrases. Exercise A. Read and listen. 1,
The new printer is as slow as the old one.
2,
My old smartphone is just as small as the new one.
3.
The X12 mouse isn't nearly as nice as the X30.
4.
My keyboard didn't cost quite as much as the Z6.
Page 103. Conversation model. Exercise A.
Listen to someone compare product features.
I'm thinking about getting a new game controller.
Oh yeah? What kind?
Everyone says I should get a macro.
Well, I've heard that the Panatel is as good as the macro, but it costs a lot less.
Really? I'll check it out.
Page 104. Before you listen. Vocabulary. Internet activities.
Read and listen.
Visit a website.
Surf the internet.
Join an online group.
Post a message.
Attach a file.
Upload a file.
Share a link.
Download an application.
Send an instant message.
Look up information.
Page 104. Listening comprehension. Exercise A. Listen for the main idea.
Listen to people describe how they use the Internet. Write a check mark next to the person who seems to enjoy the Internet the least. Explain your answer.
Exercise B. Listen for details. Check the activities each person does.
1. George Thomas.
I think I probably spend at least 10 hours a day online. I know that's hard to believe, but I'm pretty much what you'd call a computer addict, no doubt about it. I'm always surfing the internet to see what's new. I'm a news junkie, so I visit CNN.com several times a day to see what's in the news, and I belong to a bunch of online groups. There are usually new messages posted every day, but I'm not that interested in responding. I just like to read. My friend Nick usually sends me instant messages throughout the day, so of course I have to respond to those. I end up fooling around most of the day. A lot more than I'm working, I'm afraid. It's a good thing no one knows. Well, okay, you know.
2. Sonia Castro.
I joined Facebook a few months ago, and I'm like totally into it now. People are constantly inviting me to be their friend, so I've got more than 100 friends on my Facebook page now. I check it a lot each day to see what's new. And there always is something new. And I love that you can upload into the photo section. I've been wasting a lot of time scanning tons of photos. Photos of my family, photos of my friends, photos of my cat. I used to spend a lot of time surfing the net, but now I spend most of my time on Facebook.
3. Robert Kwan.
I really don't have a lot of time for fooling around on the internet. I'm the kind of guy who sends a few emails to his friends and family once in a while. And when I need to use the internet, I'm in and I'm out. I don't like surfing around. To me, it's just a total waste of time. Mainly, I just use my computer for work. There are a few programs I have to use, Word, Excel, and of course, people in the office communicate a lot more by email than they do in person or even by phone.
4. Nadia Montasser.
I find the internet really convenient. When you want to buy something, you can do some quick research and find out which product is the most popular or if there are any problems with it. There are a lot of things I used to do by mail or in person, but now I just do them online. I generally buy most of my music online now. It's easy to pay online and download the files onto my MP3 player. And there are a lot of things you can buy at a lower price if you do a little research. You can compare prices really easily.
Page 106. Reading. Read and listen.
Identity thieves steal 40 million credit card numbers. 11 hackers around the world were accused of stealing more than 40 million credit card numbers on the Internet. They included 3 people from the U.S. who are accused of hacking into the wireless networks of popular online stores. Once inside these networks, they searched for customers' credit card numbers, passwords, and personal information so they could pretend to be those customers. When the identity theft was completed, credit card numbers and other details were then sold on the Internet, allowing criminals to withdraw thousands of dollars at a time from ATMs.
Cyberbullying leads to teenagers' death. Megan Taylor Meyer, age 13, joined an online social networking group where she became online friends with a 16-year-old boy named Josh. Megan and Josh never communicated by phone or in person, but she enjoyed exchanging messages with him in the group. Over time, Josh changed. He began to bully her daily, criticizing her personality and telling her what a bad person she was. Some of their communications were posted so everyone could see them. Josh's last message to her said, "The world would be a better place without you." A short time later, Megan committed suicide. After her death, it was discovered that there was no Josh. The messages came from the mother of one of Megan's classmates. The mother had been angry with Megan because she believed Megan had said some untrue things about her daughter.
Computer viruses are getting harder to prevent. We're losing the battle against computer viruses, says David Farber, professor of computer science at Carnegie Mellon University. These viruses, which can enter computer systems through junk email from hackers, have reached epidemic proportions, slowing down computers, and sometimes causing whole office computer systems to crash in both large and small companies. In 1 year alone, they were reported to have caused $13 billion in damage. Companies have been trying for years to protect themselves with antivirus programs, but criminals are creating newer, improved viruses faster than these programs can keep up with.
Page 108. Review. Exercise A.
Listen to the conversations. Circle T for true and F for false, and infer how to complete each statement. Conversation 1.
You know, I was planning to buy a new C40 computer, but I changed my mind.
Why? The C40 is a good model.
I know, but I've heard that the X8 computer comes with a better monitor.
Really? The C40 monitor is just as large as the one that comes with the X8. They're both 21 inches.
True, but the X8 monitor has a brighter screen.
Conversation 2.
I'm thinking of getting the hip web camera. What do you think?
Well, I've heard the hip isn't quite as expensive as the Pentac web camera, but it's just as good.
Really? Are you sure?
That's what I've heard. Check it out for yourself.
Conversation 3.
Didn't you get a new sender tablet?
Yeah, I replaced my old model.
Are you satisfied with the new one?
Well, to tell the truth, Sender's new model isn't as nice as the old one.
Really? That's too bad.
Conversation 4.
I'm thinking of getting the new PlayZone 3 computer game for my kids. Is it any good?
Well, my son has the PlayZone 2. He really likes it.
Really? But what about the PlayZone 3?
Well, he says it's almost as cool as the PlayZone 2.
Almost as cool. That doesn't sound so good.
That's why we still have the PlayZone 2.
Top-notch pop song, Life in Cyberspace. To read the lyrics and sing along, turn to the end of this book.
I'm just fooling around. Am I interrupting you? Well, I wanted to know, what are you up to? I tried to send some photos, but it's been so long that I almost don't remember how to log on. So I'm thinking about getting a new computer. I don't know what kind, I should have done it sooner. But I heard the Panatel is as good as the rest. Check it out, you should really check it out. Let's face it, that's life. Check it out, 'cause that's life. That's life in cyberspace. When you download the pictures, then you open the files. If your computer's slow, then it can take a little while. From the pull-down menu, you can print them too. But don't forget to save everything you do. Scroll it up, scroll it down, put your cursor on the bar, then click on the icon and you'll see my new car. The car goes as fast as the one I had before. Check it out, you should really check it out. Let's face it, that's life. Check it out. That's life. That's life in cyberspace. Am I talking to myself or are you still there? This instant message conversation's going nowhere. I could talk to Liz, she isn't nearly as nice. It isn't quite as much fun, I've done it once or twice. What's the problem? Come on, give it a try. If you don't want to be friends, at least tell me why. Did you leave to make a call or go out to get some cash? Did the photos I sent make your computer crash? Let's face it, that's life. Check it out. 'Cause that's life. That's life in cyberspace. Let's face it, that's life. That's life. Gotta check it out. In cyberspace. That's life in cyberspace. Let's face it. That's life. Check it out. 'Cause that's life. That's life in cyberspace. Let's face it. That's life. Check it out. That's life. That's life in
Page 111. Exercise B. Photo story. Read and listen to a conversation about a moral dilemma.
I can't believe it. I just picked this up to look at it, and the thing broke in two. And with these ridiculous prices, it's going to cost me an arm and a leg.
Oh, forget it. I'll bet it was already broken.
You're probably right.
Just put it back on the shelf. The place is empty. No one saw. Let's just split.
I couldn't do that.
Why not? You said it yourself. The prices are ridiculous.
Well, put yourself in the owner's shoes. Suppose the plate were yours. How would you feel if someone broke it and didn't tell you?
Well, I'm not the owner. And anyway, for him, it would be just a drop in the bucket. To you, it's a lot of money.
Yeah, maybe so. But if I ran out without telling him, I couldn't face myself.
Page 113. Conversation model. Exercise A.
Read and listen to people discussing an ethical choice.
Look at this. They didn't charge us for the desserts.
Really? I think we'd better tell the waiter.
You think so?
Absolutely. If we didn't tell him, it would be wrong.
Express an ethical obligation.
We'd better tell the waiter. We should tell the waiter. We ought to tell the waiter.
Page 113. Pronunciation.
Blending of
D and Y in would you. Exercise A. Notice how the D and Y sounds
blend
to J in questions with would you. Read and listen. 1.
What would you do if the waiter didn't charge you for the dessert?
2.
What would you do if you found a wallet on the street?
3.
Who would you call if you were sick?
4.
Where would you go if you wanted a great meal?
Page 114. Conversation model. Exercise A. Read and listen to a conversation about returning property.
Excuse me, I think you forgot something.
I did?
Isn't this jacket hers?
Oh, you're right. It is. That's nice of you.
Don't mention it.
Acknowledging thanks.
Don't mention it. My pleasure. You're welcome. Not at all.
Page 115. Exercise C.
Listen to activate grammar.
Listen to the conversations and complete each statement with a possessive pronoun. Conversation 1.
Hey, look what I found under the table.
What?
A shopping bag from the Emporium. It's full of clothes.
No kidding. I wonder whose it is.
Maybe it belongs to that woman paying at the cashier.
You're right. Excuse me, is this bag yours? It was under our table.
Yes, it is. Thanks so much. That's so kind of you.
No problem.
Conversation 2.
Brad, I think you might have dropped your keys and cell phone.
What? I don't think so. My phone's right here in my pocket. Hey, no it isn't. Let me have a look at that phone.
Here you go.
Wow, you're right. That is mine. Where did you find it?
Here, right next to these keys. I suppose these are yours too.
Well, actually, the keys are my wife's. She's going to be so happy I didn't lose them.
Conversation 3.
I don't believe it. This coat isn't mine.
What do you mean it isn't yours?
It isn't mine. Remember when we got to the restaurant? I hung up my coat with all the others. You know how it is. All these raincoats look the same.
What are you going to do?
I'll drive back to the restaurant and see if my coat's still there.
And what if it isn't?
I don't know. Maybe the person who took my coat will call. I have my name and address in the vest pocket. Anyway, I'll cross that bridge when I come to it.
Conversation 4.
What is going on here? These aren't the right tickets.
What are you talking about?
They're for tomorrow, not tonight.
How could that have happened?
Uh-oh.
What?
Did you get these from the kitchen counter or the dining room table?
The dining room.
Oh, no. Those were the tickets I got for Julie and Glenn. I told you to take the ones from the kitchen.
Oops.
Page 116. Listening Comprehension. Exercise A. Listen for the main ideas. Listen to each conversation. Then circle the correct word or phrase to complete each statement. Conversation 1.
Luke, tomorrow's your first day in your new job. You're not going to wear that earring, are you?
I was going to. Why not?
Well, if I were you, I wouldn't wear it. It may not be appropriate in the office.
That's crazy. What's wrong with an earring, Beth?
Nothing. But lots of people are old-fashioned and they don't think men should wear earrings, at least at the office.
You're only 28 and you sound like my grandmother. This is the 21st century. In any case, I need to be who I am. I'm an individualist.
Conversation 2.
Celia, what a great tattoo. When did you get it?
Just last week. But my husband thinks it's awful.
Doesn't he have one too?
Yes, but he says it's not the same thing.
You mean he thinks it's okay for a man, but not for a woman?
You got it.
What a double standard.
Conversation 3.
Mark, I'm really unhappy. My daughter wants to go to law school.
That's great. What's the problem?
Well, I was hoping she'd marry a lawyer, not be one.
Why's that?
Well, it's just that I think men should be lawyers and women should stay home and have children.
That's a little sexist if you ask me.
Conversation 4.
Kate, you can't go out in those clothes. I can see your tummy.
So, that's the style. Don't you watch TV, read magazines?
I don't care. Girls should be modest. People will think you're a bad girl.
But Dad, you know I'm a good person. I follow all the rules. Everyone knows that.
That's true. But modesty is very important for girls. If you're modest, people will know you're a good girl.
Page 118. Reading. Read and listen.
Man risks life to save another. Many people who ride a busy urban subway wonder, what would happen if I fell off the platform and onto the tracks? What would I do? Others wonder, what would I do if someone else fell? That question was answered in a split-second decision made by subway hero Wesley Autry, a 50-year-old New York City construction worker on his way to work. Autry jumped onto the tracks to save a fellow passenger from an oncoming New York City subway train. The passenger, Cameron Hollipeter, 20, a film student at the New York Film Academy, had fallen between the tracks after suffering a seizure. Autry rolled Hollipeter into a gap between the rails and covered him with his own body just as the train entered the station. Both men survived. I don't feel like I did something spectacular. I just saw someone who needed help, Mr. Autry said. I did what I felt was right.
Homeless man returns wallet with $900. Santa Ana, California. A homeless man searching through trash bins for recyclable cans found a missing wallet and returned it to its owner. Kim Bogue, who works in the city, realized that her wallet was missing last week and doubted she'd ever get back the $900 and credit cards inside. I prayed that night and asked God to help me, said Bogue, who was saving the money for a trip to her native Thailand. Days later, a homeless man found the wallet wrapped in a plastic bag in the trash, where Bogue had accidentally thrown it away with her lunch. He gave it to Sherry Wesley, who works in a nearby building. He came to me with the wad of money and said, "This probably belongs to someone that you work with. Can you return it?" Wesley said. "He has a very good heart," said Bogue, who gave the man a $100 reward. If someone else had found it, the money would have been gone.
An Act of Honesty by Airport Screener. New Delhi. In a display of honesty, a security agent at the Indira Gandhi International Airport handed over a small plastic bag with $3,000 in cash to a passenger who had completely forgotten the bag after it passed through the airport screening machine. Noticing that the bag had been left behind, Dalbir Singh made an announcement asking passengers to come forward to claim it. However, when no one claimed it, Singh inspected the baggage tag and guessed it probably belonged to a passenger en route to Mumbai. An announcement was made on the next flight to Mumbai, and the owner of the bag came forward to collect it. Singh was given a cash reward for his honesty.
Page 120. Review. Exercise A. Listen to the conversations. Check yes or no to answer each question and explain your answers. Conversation 1.
Grandma, you're going to get a tattoo? You've got to be kidding.
Why? What's wrong with a tattoo?
You're too old. Tattoos are for young people.
So, John, you think there should be different rules for young people and old people?
Conversation 2.
Jessica, please be home by 10.
10? Mom, that's ridiculous.
I don't think so.
But Mark doesn't have to be home until midnight.
Mark is a boy.
Mom, why should boys and girls have different rules?
Conversation 3.
Alex, let me give you some fatherly advice.
Sure, Dad. What is it?
When you take Allison out tomorrow, be sure to open the car door for her when she gets into your car.
You're not serious.
I am. That kind of thing really impresses a young woman.
No offense, Dad, but that's pretty old-fashioned. Allison is my age. Say that stuff for Mom, okay?
Top-notch pop song, What Would You Do? To read the lyrics and sing along, turn to the end of this book.
What would you do if I got a tattoo with your name? What would you say if I dyed my hair for you? What would you do if I sang outside your window? What would you think if I told you I loved you?
I hate to say this, but I think you're making a big mistake. By tomorrow, I'm sure you'll be sorry.
What would you do if I sent you a love letter? Would you say it was wrong and send it back to me? What would you think if I pierced my ears? Would you care? Would you think that I had lost all my modesty?
I hate to say this, but I think you're making a big mistake. By tomorrow, I'm sure you'll be sorry.
Well, give it some thought. I know I can make you happy.
kidding? You'd have to be nuts to ask me.
It's no mistake, I'm sure, that my heart is yours. I have to find a way to make you mine.
Hate to say this, but I think maybe I could fall in love with